everybody, and welcome to Blackwater D&D, where we make our community help us world build and then blow up the world that they helped us make.
I love it. I love blowing up. I love watching my creations explode. Not that I had anything to do with this one.
Explosion.
Oh,
We are so excited to be here tonight to play At the Edge of All Things, the interim campaign for Blackwater D&D. Em, do you have any announcements for us?
Yeah, I sure do. Sure do. You might notice that we have one lovely new face joining us tonight. Faye, welcome.
Hi. How are we all doing tonight? Oh my goodness, I didn't realize we had gone like live.
Oh, we're live, baby.
I was like, I'm just gonna sit back down and take my sweet time and...
But we're here. We're here. We're doing it. We're doing it live. You folks, wonderful folks, met Bam and Roz last week. But Faye, you're pretty amazing here on the internet. What do you do here on Twitch?
Oh, hi, yes. So I make D&D stuff underneath the name Mendarii, which is spelled Mendarii. And I do a lot of like world building and homebrew stuff over on my little corner of the Twitchiverse.
I like your corner of the Twitchiverse. Your community is really, really delightful. So if you haven't had a chance to check out one of Faye's streams, what are you doing? Just go do that. That's so wonderful. I'm in a fantastic
I had a great
mood.
time on your channel on Saturday.
Yeah, and I can't wait to repay you the favor
No.
that you did for
No,
me.
I was the least chaotic thing.
No, you know, it was, I just really appreciated you being there, Adam, and so I just feel like I've, gotta make it up to you.
I feel deep
ready.
fear.
And we will meet Faye's wonderful character shortly. But we are going to dive into some announcements here. I just want to thank Len for the wonderful raid. Hello, and hello, Substances Used. Thank you so much for bringing your wonderful folks over here. We hope you enjoy the Gravelverse and the Edge of All Things. So there's a big thank you to our sponsors, Legendcraft, a nerdy woodworking company from Calgary. Check them out, and if anything tickles your fancy, enter the code Blackwater at checkout for a discount. As always, to Sirenscape, because epic games require epic sound. We also have some amazing partners. First up is Legend Keeper. This is the ultimate world building tool created by DMs for DMs. You can use it to create comprehensive atlases and wikis, share specific pieces with your players with its private by default nature. There we go. And allow for real-time collaboration. There are no limits on storage, and it's got a beautiful and easy to use interface. If you want a really great example of what that looks like, Faye uses Legend Keeper and has recently started using it rather than Google Docs, and it's a good time.
I want to make the shift. I'm gonna try and make the shift.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna
definitely do it. It's the move for sure.
It scares. Nice. I look at it and it scares me a little bit because I'm like.
It's actually like there's a lot that you can do with it, but it's actually like really easy.
I've heard it's extraordinarily intuitive, but
yes, that's one of the things that I really enjoy about the program.
Yeah,
so.
But I'm dumb like an idiot, so.
Hey, you know what? Fine. Legend Keeper is for everyone. So
even people who are dumb like an idiot, like Adam.
Even them.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here. If you're dumb like an idiot,
Legend Keeper.
Perfect. Legend Keeper.
Love as always to for our campaign artist Tiana Kovacevic. You can find her at miss._Marston on Instagram. She is completed our art for campaign 2, and I have it, and it's amazing, and it's so beautiful, and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. We also are very excited because we have a new dice sponsor for campaign 2, and I got previews of my dice this week, and they're so cool. I went when I saw them, and it was really, really great. So you will hear more about our fantastic new dice sponsor very, very soon. We have merch. We have a Discord, which is one of the bestest places on the internet, and we have a wonderful YouTube with over 1,700 hours of content. So like, go over there and get yourself a bunch of D&D content because you know you love it. A big thank you to those of you who subscribe to us. Don't forget to re-up your Twitch Prime subscriptions because they do not roll over every month. Your regular subscriptions, however, do. I was corrected this week. So if you would like to support our show above and beyond a donation, your subscription, you can type !donate in the chat and head on over there to do that. And also thanks so much for showing up and telling your friends about the show because y'all are just the most attractive community on the internet. I will say that fully, the most attractive and wonderful. We have some very fun content for you this month. Of course, this is At the Edge of All Things, our interim campaign that is a 5-week run between premiered last week and it is running until November 7th. And we will be back very shortly after that with our campaign 2 premiere in mid-November. Oh my goodness, guys, some very spicy and fancy things on the way with that one there. So we're super excited about it. We are also back this Wednesday with Exalted. I'm back in the DM seat playing a tier 4 campaign with Adam and Cody and Len and Pond, and it is going to just be bonkers bananas. They are just about to head down into the frozen ice sheet under Garyang in search of some big old magic to try and prevent a god from keeping something in eternal winter. So, casually, that's what you do. That's what you do. So please come join us. It's going to be a delightful time. That's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on Blackwater D&D. Yeah, and that's all I have. Unless anyone else, does anyone here have any wonderful things that they're doing lately that they would like to promote? Anything? No, I think we're all
I've been doing lately has been making stuff for this game.
Yes. I'm very excited. Faye and I have been messaging almost daily about our characters, and I am very excited to meet her character in game tonight. So, lastly, whether you are new with us tonight or you've been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely, and thank you for hanging out at our table. We hope you feel super, super welcome here. Adam, take it away.
Well, like we did last week, I'm calling these episodes, not sessions. So this is episode 2, The Storm, and like last week, I will open this episode with a verse. Sky and sea become one, scream and rage and roil, the water reaching upward as if the ocean boils. The night is swallowed whole, the sky naught but thunder, until a bolt arrives and tears that dark asunder. Flash and roar and rumble, a tree of pure light, growing from the heavens, it burns into your eyes. Punishment, surely, the gods rage without form. There is no surviving, caught in this perfect storm.
Oh, buddy.
Now, last we left off, we had met our intrepid heroes here, barring one, and they had been asked to set forth into the forests outside the Golbrenay Skyport to retrieve an object that had gone down in the Sparrowhawk, a ship that had been tasked with delivering this item to the Iron Will, the heroes of the world who were attempting to do something of great import. Upon reaching the Sparrowhawk, they found it torn asunder, flame and stone and air and water, all gone chaotic and wild. They found the remains of some of the crew and some puddles of what were left of the others. Following the tracks, they found a statue of another member of the crew until finally they chanced upon a halfling slowly turning to air, holding this item that they'd been sent to retrieve. As they dissipated into air, the item unleashed its elemental power, nearly hitting Berg. Berg, in a moment of arcane brilliance, managed to untether the enchantment that held the elemental chaos at bay, releasing it all in one big go. The explosion rocked through the forest, but Berg managed to put a stop to the untethered chaos that was being unleashed by this item. However, upon returning to the Skyport, they learnt from Ruby that the Iron Will had failed, that the bounds between the material and elemental planes was faltering, and Ruby dissolved into water before them as the peak of the mountain behind, the Storm Peak, also dissolved into water. But before we get into that, before we jump too far into that, we're going to go back for a day. Ember, you have been tasked with guarding the Eltheria as it flies from the Skyport to Deometros, which is a strange task. It's such a close city, and the Eltheria is an Archon-class ship, huge. It's unusual that a ship of this size or really any ship, would fly to Diametros. The whole point of the Skyport is to serve Diametros and its airships. You find yourself aboard the Eltheria, standing on the deck, kind of bored, looking out as your sending stone, bleep, bleep. You look down and you read, "Hey, Ambi, going out because something went kaboom on the mountain, so obviously they're sending me. Heading with Berg. Everything's safe. I miss you and I'll see you soon." The words of Smoke. As you go to respond, you see Lieutenant Ascaris come up from underneath in the hold. And you know Ascaris is a particular hard ass on people he perceives as slackers. You hastily send a hollow thumb as a response and quickly hide your sending stones before he can see it. Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh God! Oh, it's all happening.
Get your dice out, baby.
I just realized I don't have my dice out, and I was like, "Oh, I need a tray," and I was like, "Surely I will have a moment where it will pan off of me before I will have to roll."
Absolutely not.
Right
Live, roll it.
Okay, hold on. Let me clasp this bad boy together. Just grab something to roll.
Definitely not also organizing my dice right now because I forgot.
All right. All right, you said a sleight of hand. Is that what I'm
Sleight of
hearing?
hand, correct.
Okay. I don't think that this is particularly an expertise of mine.
I rolled a perception check for Ascaris.
Oh shit! Dirty 20. Let's
You had to beat a
baby!
15. So you managed to tuck it into your pocket as Ascaris strides past you, looks at you and nods, and then continues on. After a little bit of time, he moves back below deck. And you feel a presence to your left as you kind of standing at attention. And you look over and you see Private Piera, one of the rookies on board. She looks at you and she goes, "That was pretty smooth."
Obviously, it wasn't smooth enough if someone noticed it.
I mean, I was watching you, not in a weird way or anything. You just seem good at your job, and I was trying to like learn.
Sure, right. How long have you been doing all this?
A little under a year.
Wow, that's pretty green. Are you enjoying it?
I mean, yeah, it's an honor. I'm serving the Steam Guard as best as I can. I think it's important what we do.
Yeah, definitely important to be guarding giant ships flying where they don't need to be going.
Yeah, why do you think we're doing this?
I don't know. I'm sure that there is some kind of noble who has too much money to burn and wanted to have some kind of a special trip.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. It's just weird. It's the Eltheria is so big and yeah, just weird. I don't know, like, where are we gonna dock this thing? And as she says this, the city comes into view. It's like a 45-minute walk. The flight was so short. And you see hastily built in amongst the high wards, which you know to be the affluent neighborhood of Diametros, a tower where the Eltheria docks. You are amongst those who help kind of reel it in and hook it in place. You are not involved in the arcane locks that holds the ship up without having to expend too much magic, but you do kind of stand around and look tough, so no one tries to steal anything.
Right, of course. Yes, my job, of course.
Most of the guards are dismissed at this point, being allowed the rest of the day and the night off and told to report back the next day. How does Ember spend her time here in Diametros with essentially a full 24 hours to spare.
I mean, I would assume, is some type of commanding officer, some part of the group of guards.
I would say you are a sergeant.
Okay. So I would probably take out whoever is in my battalion, I guess.
Yeah, you're like squad.
Yeah. And probably just go out for drinks.
Amazing. So you spend a pretty leisurely day hanging out with your squadron. The next day you get to sleep in if you are so inclined.
I would imagine that theoretically Ember loves to sleep in, but doesn't ever actually get to.
You're not needed back at the Skyport until a little past noon. So the morning is yours.
She would probably get up. I'm assuming that wherever she's staying is probably around a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she is going to go find one of the taller rooftops that is nearby. And she's just going to go up there for a while and sit and kind of just have some time to herself before pretty early in the morning, because like I said, she normally gets up pretty early for work and whatnot and can't really sleep in even if she wants to. So she's just going to spend some time up there kind of looking around the city, kind of looking off into the distance, kind of a deal.
Perfect. So you make your way back short. It's about 45 minutes is maybe a bit of a jog. It's about an hour walk back. And as you walk through the front gates, your eyes are immediately drawn to Smoke, who is with Burgundy, who you know, one of the administrators here at the Skyport. That weird sentry unit that Smoke's always hanging around with. And some other old guy that you don't really know. Berg looks really badly injured. Like, really rough. And they're speaking with Ruby, who you know is the administrative head of the Golden Skyport. As you begin to head towards them, kind of raising your arms to say hi, you feel this rumble from deep below. And you watch with horror as Ruby sloughs away into fluid. And above, past her, you see as the top third of the storm peak suddenly transforms into water, a massive wave racing towards the Skyport. And I need everyone to roll initiative, baby.
Oh, shit.
What a start.
Oh, no. What is happening?
Okay.
Also, I'm so here for the aesthetic of this vest, but it's so cold in my house, so I'm literally shaking. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, I gotta get my character sheet.
Dude, I'm
over
rolling
here.
fucking hot tonight. Now, granted, I've only rolled twice, but...
Famous
Ooh.
last words.
Yeah. In before the natty ones.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't want that.
And then she didn't roll higher than a 4 all night.
It's fine. You just need to beat a 6. Oh, you didn't? Ooh.
Ooh.
That's right. No punches pulled. Adam's gunning for it tonight. I love it.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Who's turning into water first?
I'm
Listen,
an air
we're already
Genasi.
part elemental, so
Come
this
on.
probably isn't
Oh,
a
that's
concern for
true.
us.
Burst into flames, burst into air.
You know what?
Classic
Listen.
25 to 20.
26?
Oh my, I didn't even write that down.
21 for me. Let's
I
go.
almost called you Amber, not Ember.
Wow, what the hell, Adam?
15 to 20.
That's Amber.
19.
15.
And Onyx.
14.
Okay, good initiative rolls. So, I'm going to explain a thing here because this isn't going to be your average combat. or even to call it a combat is maybe not accurate. This isn't going to be your average initiative. What's going to happen is you're just going to take your turn. And on initiative 20 and 10, lair actions will occur. You can decide where you're trying to get, but right now you've seen the top of the mountain turn to water, Ruby turn to water, and the man nearby you, fire erupting from his eyes and his mouth and his ears, and he turns to flame and is gone. You know something terrible is happening right now. You don't know what. Smoke, what do you want to do?
Okay. So I am going to, so having seen this, I am like frantically looking around and trying to see if there's anybody else that I know or I'm close to around. I am staying quite close to Onyx, Berg, and Shren at this point. So I guess on my turn, I am like making trying to get a sense of the lay of the land, like where are we in, and how far away is my shop? That's my question. How far away am I from my shop right now?
Okay, make a survival check for me.
Sure can. Okay, that's gonna be a 15.
15. Yeah, absolutely. So you look around and you kind of try and figure out what's going on. You see Ember running towards you. You know that your shop is like not the closest thing to you. So you know that there is the tower or the heights, which is in the center. You are closest to that because you're right by the gate.
Okay.
You know there are ships up there.
Yeah.
The 15. You know your shop is like maybe another 5 minutes beyond that area because it's near to where the ships come in. So it's like relatively close. You would hit the tower first and then your shop is beyond that.
Just right beyond that. Okay.
But you know the tower is closest.
Okay. I would, seeing Ember, I'd be like, Ember, and I would just like wave, like big, like try and make my tiny little body as big as possible and just like wave her over and like beckon her over really quickly. And I would look to Berg. Berg, we gotta go. We gotta get up to. We gotta go. I mean, you're in charge here, but we gotta get out of here now. And
I will say it is your turn, and you can see that Berg is super fucked up.
Absolutely, I do. Adam, I was getting there. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, Adam.
Wow, Adam.
Such a shit DM.
No, you're a cool DM. I love you, and I am going to cast a second level.
Also, thank you, initiative order, for the raid.
Thank you, initiative order. I'm going to cast a second level Cure Wounds on Berg.
Amazing.
So that is 2d8 plus 4. So I will roll that right now.
Roll big, baby. big damage, no wins.
Sure did. That's an 8 and a 7. Plus 4. So that is gonna be a bunch. So that's like 19 hit points back. I reach over and it's almost like you see not the air that that was happening with all of the other people that kind of like their bodies turning into air, but you see this kind of like light blue energy just kind of like ripple through Smoke's hair as she puts her hand on you, and that's how I cast Cure Wounds.
Amazing. And is that your turn?
That is my turn, and I would kind of like start grabbing my friends to start moving them over towards Ember, because Ember's on the way to where the tower is so that we can go.
Ember, it is your turn. You were about like 30 feet from Smoke and her weird group of new friends that she's apparently made.
Yeah, okay. I mean, so like immediately Ember is going to run over to them. Just closing the distance like as quickly as she can. because there's some weird everyone's bursting into flames kind of a thing. I don't know what's happening, but there's some level of concern.
You are deeply confused because you have no context.
No, of course not.
You had a really chill day compared to everyone else.
I had a really nice morning just walking around, and suddenly, like, Berg's super fucked up, and everyone else. How's everyone else looking?
Fantastic.
Fantastic?
like at half health, but he looks good.
Half health is not good, guys. Like, half health is like pretty significantly hurt.
Smoke is absolutely bleeding. And
oh yeah, Ember is very, very concerned and just So I don't know if there's anything else that I can do.
You can take your movement. Well, you can take your movement to get to them. And if there's any action you can take to like aid them at all, you're welcome to take that. But if at the moment you're not operating on much knowledge, so like, yeah, you can do anything that you think Ember would do. If that's just running up to Smoke, that's totally fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, she would run up and she'd be like, Smoke, what's going on?
We were out in the woods and there was a ship and we found something and then everything.
As Smoke says this, it is going to hit initiative 20.
Oh no.
And I'm going to have each person take a turn rolling because I've made a very fun table. M, you get to roll a D10 for me.
A D10, sure do. Also, Flack Obama, thank you so much for the fine community
Thank
gift subs.
you.
Thank you, my friend. A D10,
Also,
you said?
My
D10.
Sirenscape crashed, and I was like, why is it so quiet? It's like I'm like not feeling the vibe.
My Sirenscape crashed too.
My Sirenscape's being weird right now.
It kicked me out asking for developer stuff. I've just kept reopening it.
Is it still crashing or is it good?
It's done it twice. But it's
Oh,
it's
no.
up now. It's just
It says both web player and online player app clients are connected, but these are currently do not play together in sync. We recommend that all players use one or the other. Maybe someone's using...
Wait, womp. Anyway,
womp.
mine is playing fine, and I rolled a 9.
A 9? Okay.
That sounds bad. I'll roll again.
No.
Again.
I would like you to roll a d4 for me.
Shit. Sounds bad, too.
Not more dice. A nightmare.
Oh, this
Which dice are we rolling?
this chart
This
has
the element that something's gonna burst into
this
right
table
now. Is
has
that what's
tables
about to
within
happen,
tables.
Adam?
This is, I rolled a 2.
A 2. Great. So as you're standing here and talking, Smoke, you kind of speaking, have a hard time for a moment. The elements around you start to change. The air becomes thick and watery. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, buddy.
Adam, what the fuck?
We are starting off with aggression.
Yeah, it's only Faye's
Adam
first
chose-
session. Chill.
Adam chose violence today.
Adam was like, I'm worried that Faye's gonna come in and try and be chaotic, so I'm just gonna be chaotic instead.
I mean, to be fair, Adam did warn us when I gave him adventure music to plan to.
You can't burn down my house if I burn it down first.
That's a smoky 20 for me.
Okay.
22 for me.
Anyone
14.
below 15?
That's me. Oh, Shren.
Oh no.
21.
Shren and Berg. Actually, I'm going to describe to the people who did succeed first. Smoke, Ember, actually, Onyx, I don't think even needed to make this save because you don't technically breathe, do you?
I don't think I need to, no.
Yeah. So Smoke and Ember, especially you, Smoke, as you're talking, you take a breath in and you quickly cough out a lungful of water, but you manage to cough it out quite quickly. Berg and Shren, without thinking, you kind of suck in air, but the air transmutes to water and fills your lungs. You are incapacitated for 1 round as you cough and sputter, trying to get this water out of you and shake it free from your lungs. With that being said, Berg, it is your turn. So you are no longer incapacitated, but your turn is spent trying to free yourself of this effect.
Okay.
Next up is Shren. The same applies.
You see
Coughing,
him, like, choking on the water.
sputtering.
Still trying to smoke, though. Like,
But you now can see that stuff is going badly. The world around you is changing. That is, you now have information that you didn't have at the start of this.
Question. So I've got Fidget, my homunculus servant, with me. Would he perhaps be able to fly off in a direction?
Absolutely.
So I would think he would know what my first thought would be as well.
Can you give mental commands to your homunculus?
Yes.
Yes, then perfectly fine.
So basically it would just be to go to Mira. Like my ship would always be my first thought. So everything's falling apart. I need Mira. So Fidget would just, this little cat homunculus servant with bat wings, just flies off toward the ship.
Perfect. Starts flying away towards the ship. Onyx, it is your turn.
I think my first thought would be go to the safest place I know.
Okay.
Now,
where is that for you?
I would think probably somewhere in the forest, but that's now not an option considering the tidal wave that has sort of become a thing. What do I know to be the safest area in the shipyard?
That's a great question.
Because I don't know that, like, I'm unaware that Shren has a ship, that sort of a thing. My thought is, where is like a place that you can sort of bunker down and figure out?
You get a sense. You know that if you manage to get to a ship, you have a feeling. Actually, make an intelligence check for me.
I can do that.
Smart robot.
Let's see if it. Not today.
Oh no.
That's a 9.
Yeah. You are panicking a little bit. It's a new emotion for you. It's not one that you felt before. This sense that you remember thinking how odd it is that sometimes when organics are like in a rush, they breathe differently and they like lose the ability to speak because they're out of breath. And you've never understood that until right now, where even though you don't respirate, you feel that panic of not being able to breathe, that like it's purely mental. You don't have to breathe. It's your brain being like, something's wrong. It's that part of your brain that is related to the organics that you don't quite understand yet. And so the logic part of your brain that would easily be able to kind of figure out where the best place to go is, shuts down a little bit as you just kind of freak out. You've just watched Berg and Shren spew out water from nowhere. It's chaos. You still have your turn, but you don't really glean any information of like where to go.
I think then you would like you would see, because there are not many features that expel or that like show emotion in Onyx, so I think you would see the sort of marching style walking turn into sort of like labored, like a little bit, like as Onyx's feet start to drag in the dirt a little bit, just looking around, trying to think of like where is safe, where do we go, where I need the shipyard. And just like you would start to see the like the light in Onyx's eyes sort of like, usually quite bright, it's flickering a little bit as like these processes they're sort of like running into each other, these lines of these trains of thought. I think I would stay as close to the people here, but I wouldn't move ahead of them.
Okay.
That'd be my turn.
Perfect. At initiative 10, we have another layer action. Bam. Could you roll a d10 for me?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Spicy 5.
Spicy 5.
Spicy.
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 You watch as a nearby dock worker, kind of sleeveless shirt, a rough hempen gear, looks at you and kind of in a panic starts running towards the tower past you. And you watch, actually, can you roll a d4 for me, please?
I so can. Boom. That's a 2.
You watch, similar to Ruby, as his cheek sloughs away into water and his hands elongate and his legs merge together into a torrent of water. But rather than Ruby, who just was dispelled into a puddle, this being keeps moving. You see a being made of water rushing towards you. I'm going to roll initiative for this water elemental.
Oh no.
No.
You're welcome.
That is an 11. It won't act for some time.
Have the feeling.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Top of the
Cough
order.
water at it.
Smoke. What would you like to do?
Do I see Onyx floundering?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So I look at now that everyone is here, everyone who I have decided is important to me in this moment right now, I look at everyone and go, we have to go now. Okay? If stuff gets bad down here, we just have to go. We have to get into the air now. And I grab Onyx and I go over to them and I grab both of their hands. We have to go. We can't come back. It's gonna be okay. I got you, okay?
I trust you.
I trust you too.
Okay.
Okay. No directives. We're just gonna fucking go. Okay.
Yes.
And I start moving. Like I start to run.
With this, Onyx, make an intelligence check at advantage.
Oh, I'm gonna need it. Ugh. 13.
Okay. You fucking hell, Sirenscape's having a hard time today.
Sirenscape's being
It
a sad
is.
baby.
I know.
today.
it's being
Really
so
struggling.
sad.
I don't know why. I don't know what I can do. to
Sirenscape
fix
is having a
that.
panic attack. All machines are freaking out.
Yeah.
Escape
which is
knows
really
the
You're
world
gonna
is
turn it
ending.
into water, bro.
Which
Like,
is really disappointing because this is I created a real fun soundscape for this. You kind of calm that organic part of your brain, that intelligence that is this new sentience that is kind of recently burgeoned, and you go into kind of sentry mode. You scan the nearby area and you see a press of organics rushing to the tower. Everyone is scared. They're trying to escape. The best way to escape is via ship. You see people pushing and shoving and crashing into one another, and you kind of figure it out in your brain the time it will take to push through that crowd or to wait for that crowd to get to the top of the tower. You don't know. Might be too late. What you do know is there is a service elevator within the Golem Yard that goes to the top of the heights. And it is there because people don't want to see your people. They want to know that the cargo will be offloaded. They don't want to have to watch it happen. So you know that the Golem Yard has a fairly unknown route to the top of the heights. And it is now, Smoke, you have your action and movement and bonus action. I will say for the sake of this like initiative,
Yeah.
when you move, unless something is stopping you, you will move as a group essentially. So you don't have to
Okay.
wait for anyone.
Okay.
It's like you're moving as a group. It's just like there's no like 6-second delay between everyone moving. It's all happening at once. This initiative is kind of happening simultaneously.
Got you. So I start moving us backward, and I'm going to take a shot at this. I've seen this water elemental come up beside Shren.
It seems to be lumbering toward your group, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take a shot with... Let me see what I got here. I've never played an artificer before. I'm learning.
I've played quite a few, so I'm happy to help.
That's so good. That's so good. I want to fire something at this thing. Yeah, I have. Okay, so you see like a small turret kind of like pull up over Smoke's shoulder, and it's coming from the harness that it wears around her back, and then you also see her like quick draw something off of her hip and put it forward, and I'm going to use my arcane firearm. Is that what I'm using? Yeah, right. Okay. And then the Eldritch Cannon is on my shoulder. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I need to learn how to play an artificer better. Do I roll? I roll to hit with that, correct?
Correct. So it's got like are you doing the force one?
Yes, the force one.
Cool. So it's a bonus action to activate that, and then it shoots. It's a ranged attack.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to activate that, and I am going to bonus action ranged spell attack. Oh, amazing. Okay, I'm gonna. And plus, that's what? Plus my spell attack bonus to hit?
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Learning on the fly here. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
A 21 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Okay, and that is
also, for those of you struggling with Sciencescape, they've just announced the web player. Apparently, you don't need the app. The problem is coming from the fact that I have to run it from the browser, and that means it's screwing up the app. If you get the chance to, maybe during the break, we could figure out how to change it to the web player, not the app, because that's where the problem is.
We will figure it out.
So we could play it from the web player.
They just announced it, I think, today, or at least in the last week, because this wasn't a problem last week.
Oh boy. Okay, so I am going to, that is 13 points of damage with the Force Ballista.
Very nice. You watch. It pushes it back too, doesn't it?
And then
10 feet.
Yes, it pushes it 5 feet.
5 feet. You watch it kind of
disengages it from Shren.
You splash backwards a little bit, creating a little bit of room between Shren and it. And is that your whole turn?
And then with my action,
because that was your little shoulder mounted.
That was my shoulder mounted. Then. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I am going to cast, as long as that's a first level spell. Yeah, I am going to cast, you see as Smoke just kind of reaches up, and I'm going to clap my hands together and push it forward. And I need the water elementals to roll me a Constitution saving throw as I cast Thunder Wave on it.
Ooh.
Please.
Make a spellcasting check. Make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, sure can. Oh yeah, I'm smart. I cast with intelligence. A spellcasting check?
Yep.
That's going to be a +4, so that's a 19.
Yeah, so you managed to angle and shape this in a way that it doesn't hit anyone else. It just hits the water elemental.
Great.
It rolls, what was it, sorry, a Constitution?
Constitution save, please.
As a 15.
That succeeds. So I think it takes half damage from that.
Half damage and doesn't get pushed back.
It sure does not. And so that's 2d8 thunder damage halved. Okay, so that is going to be, with it halved, that's 5 thunder damage.
5 damage. Amazing.
And
great.
I start
its form
moving
seems
us
to be
backward.
shimmering a little bit. For those of you at home that are like, but a water elemental has a ton of hit points. Not when they can come up 1 in 5 chance of them coming into the fight. They don't. They have a lot less hit points than normal. Amazing. Ember. And I'm assuming, Smoke, you move, right?
I start moving us away towards, because I don't know at this point that we're going towards, what Onyx knows, so I start pulling us toward the tower.
Perfect. Ember, you if you use a movement, you'll just be alongside.
Cool. No,
all happening simultaneously.
So I, as someone who was one of the people on this ship, and kind of spent some time. I mean, like, I'm pretty familiar with this city. Would I know of any, like, obviously I haven't talked to Onyx, so I don't know what they know.
Yeah.
So is there anything that I would know about, like, alternative routes to get up there? That isn't, like, through the front door, like, maybe, like, a different way to get into the tower or something like that?
Make a history check for me with advantage because it's your job.
Okay.
You'd also probably know Onyx is Sentry 8.
First Sentry 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely rolled a 2 on the first one, so... The second one was a 17, so I'll take that for a total of... Oh, with a -1, that's a 16.
Similar to, like, an airport, if we're using a real world kind of comparison, you know there are service entries and, like, staff entries. You also know people. You know that a door marked staff only isn't going to stop people who are panicking during this cataclysm. So yes, there are stairways and routes and elevators that are for the people who work at the place only. You do not know about the Golem Yard shaft. Basically only golems and the people who are, like, directly in charge of, like, operating them or, like, working with them.
Sure, of course.
Know about this thing because it's one of those, like, unseen but service kind of practices.
Yeah, it's like not seen, like, out of sight, out of mind kind of a thing. It's like, I don't know that it's not really part of anything that I would give a shit about.
It's also, a lot of people feel like the sentries and the automatons at the docks are just a little too people-like, and it freaks them out. And that's why a lot of them are just like, no, out of sight, out of mind kind of vibe.
Wow.
So rude.
So, okay. I don't want to run towards the tower because even though I don't know, like, any other way to get up there, I don't think that we're going to be able to push through all of that. I mean, like, not unless Ember was willing to throw some elbows at people who were sad and scared, which I don't think that she would want to do. So
the good news is, that this is not a civilian place. The chances of someone, like a mother holding her child trying to get through the press is very unlikely. This is the people who live and work here, or, like, work here. Not many people live here, honestly.
Well, yeah, but they're like, okay.
No,
okay,
100%.
So,
I'm just saying, like, to
so
put
Ember,
the image in your mind.
Ember's gonna call out to everyone for a second, and just be like, wait, hold on. What are we doing? There's no way we're getting through all of that. We have to figure out something else.
I've got a ship.
Where?
Kind of take my bearings. Like, where? Follow the
heights.
cat. The heights. In the heights.
You docked your ship today, or yesterday, so.
Yeah.
There's an elevator just for us.
Actually, Bam, roll me just a flat luck check. You're rolling a d20.
Whoa.
D20, here we go.
Straight, flat
Get the
d20.
halfling luck.
That's an 18, baby.
An 18.
Ooh.
As you're, like, the
happened?
heights, you realize something. As a part of a bit of a hustle, and also as a little bit of a distraction to smuggle your goods in, you asked for the ship to be serviced. It isn't in the heights. It would be in Smoke's, where Smoke works, in the workshop. It's being serviced right now. Not Smoke's workshop, because Smoke works on the military kestrels, but yours is the nearby compound where the civilian kestrels get operated on.
Perfect. Should be in the shipyard over there, right by your shop, Smoke.
Oh, that's not far. You were saying something, Onyx?
If we needed to get to the heights, there's an elevator just for us. But it seems like it's not a problem now.
What's closer? What is closer?
The Golem Yard by a fair margin.
Well, Shren, Do you need your ship?
Also, wait, if your ship is in a shop, is it okay to fly?
Look, she does her best, all right? Might take a little extra to get us all around, but it's better than nothing, right?
You
I
also,
mean,
Mendarii.
you know, Shren, it is more difficult to take off.
Look,
The way,
all right,
like,
I know. All right.
I mean, I don't want to be lifting off into the air when everything's turning into flames and then crash back down because your ship is broken.
I'm gonna call it that this conversation has taken long enough
A turn, yeah.
that initiative 20 hits.
Okay.
So Roz,
I would be, as of this point, if it is our turn, I would be like, if Onyx is like, has said that they know where the closest thing is, I'm like, go. Yeah, you lead the way. Let's go.
If we're moving, Ember is definitely going to be like, get behind me to everyone except for Sentry 8, who she'll run next to and be like, come on, let's go.
Perfect.
So she can like be like at the front and like
Love that.
kind of head on a swivel.
Roz, I need you to roll a d10 for me.
Oh, gosh.
Don't roll a 5.
Okay, no pressure.
Don't roll anything that affects metal.
Suddenly, a corrosion wave comes.
Rust.
Little rust ants.
A 2. Oh, we've hit all of the effects. Most of the effects. There's a couple others. A 2. I need you to roll a d4 for me, please.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Also, you can also get chat to roll a d10, Adam, because there's a d10 command in the chat too.
Ooh.
Cool. I might add that. So I'm going to add that after Cody. That's cool.
4.
A 4. Oh, okay.
I don't like that laugh.
I
Adam.
don't like
Rude.
that sound at all. Yeah.
You, as you're all running forward together, again, as a group, no one's getting left behind. Initiative is a weird thing to describe. The ground shakes and a geyser erupts, but not of water and not of flame, but of static. I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh no.
Adam,
Clutch.
I don't know if you failed in school, but that's not what geysers are made out of.
Adam didn't go to geology class.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Dude, I'm in
Well.
trouble, you guys.
You guys, I don't think this is looking good for me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nope.
It was nice meeting you for that minute.
I will say, sweet, sweet Ember, good at many things. Intelligence.
Who got above a 15 or above? Berg didn't?
nope.
Berg's a
And I have-
wizard!
I have +7. But,
Oh, that's so upsetting.
I'm also
devastating.
slowly like attempting to, not asphyxiate on the water coming out of my lung.
No, that's you've cleared the water, but unfortunately, everyone who failed takes 8 points of psychic damage
Ooh.
and are stunned for a turn.
No.
How could you do it to me?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Shren and Smoke just watches the entire party freezes up around them? Like, that's
Shren and Smoke see that, yeah. They just kind of... Well, no, it's not they, freeze. It's they, stumble to their knees, clutching their heads. And you feel a throbbing headache as you watch as, Berg, a little trickle of blood runs from her nose. That you, Smoke and Shren, you both feel this, pressure in your head. And you, your eyes roll back in the back of your head and you manage to kind of, hold it together.
It would,
But
grab
Berg,
onto
Ember,
Shren's
and
with
Onyx...
balance.
Berg, Ember, and Onyx, especially Onyx, who just doesn't stumble, just stops. As if the electrical magic that powers them is momentarily disrupted. They just rock to a stop, fully motionless. But Ember and Berg collapse under the weight of this very powerful static. I'm so sorry, Roz. I'm so sorry.
Do not apologize. It's amazing. I had cool things.
I know. I'm sure you did.
Do you know what?
Sure
I don't even know what type of wizard Berg is because she hasn't had a chance to do
I'm
anything.
so certain that you'll make a save eventually. But Berg, your turn is spent, kind of clutching your head.
I got healed.
Berg works in administrative work, so they're not used to handling all of
You
Not too much field
clutch
time.
your head in agony, and at the end of your turn, you are no longer stunned. Shren, you have a turn now.
All right. I look around at everybody. I'm like, what's the matter with you lot? First time the world's ended, huh? And I take out like a little syringe and stab myself in the chest and inject myself with a cure wounds.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Jesus Christ.
I will say, everyone's movement speed is 30, correct?
25.
No, mine's 40.
30.
40. Yours is 40 because you're a barbarian.
Mine's
and
35.
And yours is 35.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're a Genasi.
Sure
so I'm going
am.
to call that as an average. I'm going to call that to 35. Yeah? Because 3 of you are stunned, it reduces your like group movement by half. So we're going to call that 15 feet that you can move. Unless you do, like, unless someone specifically wants to break free of the group, you can say so if that is your desire. But the more people who are restrained by the effect, essentially it's like to represent you picking people up and helping them along, rather than just being like Smoke, just booking it to the tower and everyone else like lying on the ground. So that's, So Smoke, even though you've already taken your turn,
Yeah,
you only moved 15 feet.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Smoke wouldn't leave. Smoke would never be one to leave, especially Ember. Smoke would never leave Ember. Certainly wouldn't leave Onyx. And now Berg and Shren wouldn't never leave them behind.
Roz, I saw you in chat. I'm so
I'd
sorry.
probably have been behind if given the opportunity.
Amazing. So Shren, you've healed yourself. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, could I use my bonus action for a dash just to help push the group along a bit?
Make a strength check for me. The DC's pretty low. It would be strength because it's not really
16.
dexterous to like 15?
16.
16. Yeah, so I will say that the group movement pushes to 30. So you manage to get everyone 30 feet away.
Sweet.
Amazing, because you are a rogue multi-class. You get cunning action. Very cool. Very nice. Onyx, you are...
Stunned.
For a moment, you like separate from your body and you see this weird moment where the sentience that has been developing over these past however long, that is the only part of your body that continues to function, and you are stripped of your automaton brain, if that makes sense. For a brief moment, you feel unburdened by the machine logic that kind of dictates your life as that machine part of you shuts down from the static. And the machine part is the part that moves you, so you can't do anything. But it is a really otherworldly experience as you... The two parts of you, this new burgeoning part and this stifling part, are separated for a moment. And at the end of your turn, you rush back together and feel yourself once more. And it's a strange moment when you kind of think back on it.
Also, thank you all for making us number 1 in D&D
Oh my
tonight.
gosh.
Thank you so
Love
much.
you very much. I am going to roll for the water elemental. Looking pretty rough. And Smoke, like, fucked it up pretty hard. And there are other people nearby. Cool. That was a natural 1. So you watch as you manage to push 30 feet away from the water elemental. It loses interest.
Sure
And
does.
reaches down and grabs someone by the head and rips them upwards, tearing their head free. And that person's body into fire.
Oof.
There's and it's wander off away from you, rampaging through the people. It is initiative 10, and I'm being told my internet connection is unstable.
Oh no.
So we are going to have.
Is that
Faye.
the layer action? Hello.
Yes, my internet is bad.
You got hit with the electrical
Faye,
geyser.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll me a d10.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, can you take over the call
Yeah,
so
can
it doesn't
you-
fail?
No, Faye, can you run this? You're the DM now.
You're the DM.
Oh,
It's
okay.
DM now. This is
I
actually
hope
DM
you know-
roulette.
I hope you're good at
Hello,
this.
welcome to my table. Suddenly, people stop turning into elementals. It's
And
really crazy.
everyone holds hands and has a good
They
time.
turn into candy.
We all start singing Kumbaya.
Oh.
Wait,
We
I'm
ordered
definitely
pizza.
not rolling a d10. Hold
Wait, no,
on.
I like this
Definitely
version.
almost was thinking about Kumbaya, and I'm so glad you said it.
That's a 9 for me.
Ooh, you'll never roll the same effect twice, and that is exciting. I need a d4. Oh no, this is
This is
I
the
rolled
same
a
one
9.
as
the watery one. Yeah. You've already done this one. Dang.
Oh,
6 and
Oh,
I rolled a
7.
3, so that's different. I think. I don't know.
A 3. Yeah. Sick. You step forward as a group. As the ground, the earth around you, again, the elements around start changing state, the ground below you liquefies and turns molten. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oop.
Oopsies.
And I oop.
And I oop.
yeah, 22, baby.
I am.
Rotation.
This character is really great. She's got some great stats.
I'm so great.
That does not sound like you rolled well.
Yeah, it did sound
No,
like
I did.
the-
I actually
Oh, okay.
rolled quite well. I've
And I'm
got like
going to
16
miss
and
her.
70s across the board. So
Plus 10, but I rolled a 1. Oops.
that's going to be an 18 for me.
Did anyone get 15 or above?
Yeah.
Above, yes.
I smoke every time.
Oh, honey,
Berg,
honey.
The person who can't take damage.
You need new dice.
Berg, everyone kind of stops and you barrel straight in and your leg goes into the molten rock before
No.
smoke manages to pull you out. Your body ignites with pain. You take 5 points of fire damage, not too bad. And your speed is reduced by half. So what that will do to the party is essentially it removes 5 feet from the average speed. So the average speed of the party is now 30 moving on to the next round. And we hit top of the order smoke. The ground before you is molten rock.
Molten rock before me. Okay, Berg, you don't look great. You look so bad. How bad does Berg look?
Berg always looks great. What are you talking about?
I know. Berg's the pinnacle of like
My
administrative
poor uniform
splendor.
is so singed now and bloody. Most of it my own.
I don't have time to cast mending, so I'm just gonna cast cure wounds instead. And we're gonna drop another second level cure wounds in there because that's the highest I got.
So glad someone took healing.
Yeah. Especially with this encounter, which is
I can't.
rough.
It's me. I can't not take healing.
Can't
Come
leave
on,
the
I'm a
cleric
cleric
behind,
mate.
yeah.
You can't. You can take the cleric,
I'm
the
always
girl
like,
out of the
I'm
cleric.
not gonna take it. I take it. You got it.
I'll take it.
You gotta
That
take it.
is
I'll take
going
it.
to be +4. That is going to be just 10 this go around. Sorry, just 10 good points of healing.
I'll take it.
Yes.
Do you have a bonus action you would like to use, or?
Nothing is attacking us or assailing us at the moment.
But there is a water
um,
elemental just like murdering people
How
Not
far
a
away is
problem.
this water elemental from me?
within reach, like easily within shot.
Yeah,
like,
okay, I'm
range.
gonna shoot it then with my my force ballista.
Yep.
That is going to be, gosh, what is that's +7, so that's gonna be a 16 to hit.
16. That hits.
Okay, so that's 2d8. That's gonna be 9 points of force damage from my force ballista.
And I'm gonna roll a luck check. Okay, you watch as it lunges for someone and gets hit in your chest, pushing it 5 feet back. Its form looks really, really tenuous, and the person that it was lunging towards is given enough space to flee and survive.
And with my movement, I start pulling us the
Yeah.
30 feet that we can go towards the golem yards.
Perfect. Ember, it is your turn.
Is Berg on fire? Or
That depends on
No more than
Berg's
usual.
turn. There is a
Cool.
DC 15 dexterity save, or they take an additional damage.
I am going to put Berg out. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
so you want
pat
to
it
use your
out.
action to negate that save, essentially.
Yes.
Make a...
Whatever. I can touch fire. I'm a fire Genasi. Let's go.
Oh, true. Make a dex save for me.
Okay, I've
Just
got
to see like
advantage on
how
those.
safely, yeah, you're a barbarian. How safely you're able to put that out.
Didn't roll well in the first one.
You get advantage though.
Well, I do. The first one was a 2, the second one's a 15, so 17 total for dex save.
Okay. You do not take any fire damage. And you manage to pat out Berg's flaming leg.
And then
It
also-
looks bad, and Berg, it hurts like when she is hitting your leg, but your leg is no longer on fire.
I'm
I got off
gonna
the wrong
like
side of a motorcycle once. I know what this looks like.
Same.
I'm gonna like from like the position of like basically like leaning down and patting Berg's leg. I'm gonna like fireman carry, just like whoop, and just pop her up onto
Nice.
my shoulders.
Okay.
'Cause she's getting her shit rocked.
Make a
So-
strength saving throw for me with advantage, because
Quite
you are.
heavy.
Berg is not. Actually, just strength saving throw, no advantage.
Holy
dog.
bananas, Ink and Liar. Thank you so
Ink
much
and
for
Liar,
the
thank you for the
Himano
raid.
raid. Holy bananas. So happy to see you here. Thanks, folks. Welcome to the end of the universe.
We're doing great.
Cody,
We're
how
doing
is your
so
siren
good.
scape
Good
doing?
Super great.
It's up right now. Keeps going down.
Did you get onto the web player? Because I haven't had any problems since I got on the web player.
Same.
Let me. try
It's in
that.
the chat how to do that. You might not be able to open it because you're streaming, but
It's super, super easy. Literally, all you have to do is go to the website and then click play now, and it is playing.
and close the app if you're
And then you answer 3 riddles.
yeah.
What is your
favorite
Offer your
color?
firstborn up as sacrifice
Prove
to the
you're not a
Sirenscape.
robot.
No.
What
We
was
are
your
sponsored by
4 legs in the
Sirenscape,
morning,
Epic
2
Games
legs
require
in the
epic sound.
afternoon, and 1 leg in the evening.
what?
No, 3 legs in the evening, sorry.
What was the strength save, Faye?
It wasn't great. It was an 11.
Okay, you go to lift.
I'm very strong,
Berg.
so
You
I
go to
do have
fireman
the
carry
strength that makes
Berg.
me-
You know that this will cause you to have, like, it'll make you far more susceptible to the effects. It will give Berg advantage on the
That's fine.
effects.
I don't care.
Or you can try and just like support carry rather than full fireman carry.
I will say that I think that it's honestly I'll take the penalty. It's fine.
Okay, you know that if something very bad affects you, it will also affect Berg though, because you're in one space. So like if you like fully fail and get like mad, you get like a flame explosion, I don't know, something along those lines.
You know,
You know that it would
Casualty.
probably, even if
one of
Berg
those.
would probably auto fail because you're basically keeping them in place.
That's just
But
how
you
I
can
roll.
you can try to like
What's the
arm
difference?
scoop, or you can carry. Carrying is fine. You just know that there are risks involved.
What? How does
Berg
how
is
does Berg feel
limping.
about it?
Berg is limping, not like
I
immobile.
won't let you carry me. So that's part of this problem of why the strength roll is so low. She won't
Because
let
fireman
you.
carrying is like really easy. Like even if you're big, like a very small person can carry someone like a fireman carry. That's like why they
She
carry
has
people that
stuff
way.
to do that she needs to do. So she will accept the support from you, which is
All right, fine.
a
All right,
huge
all right,
thing
all
for
right, all
her,
right.
to even let you basically carry most of
Okay.
her weight just by helping to help her walk.
Correct.
I'll walk on whatever side that was like the leg that got fucked up.
Cool. Perfect. I will say that doesn't negate the slowing because you're slowing down to help, but it's still 30 feet that you're moving this round. That is initiative 20. It's Cody's turn. Cody, roll a d10 for me, please.
Me?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
6.
6. That's the one that hasn't happened yet. Roll a d4.
Oh no. 3.
A 3. Okay. You are running. Ember, you have Berg. And I think you feel it on Berg first. Like Berg and Ember, you feel it on each other first before you feel it on yourselves. As a hardening starts occurring on your skin.
Nice.
I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh,
Do I need
sorry,
to make
Lou.
this?
Yes.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Nat 20.
Yo, hold up. I'm a halfling. I'm a
We
halfling.
love it.
Halfling luck, let's go!
I'm a halfling, baby!
Halfling luck! That.
I rolled a 2.
No, buddy.
Dude, that
Welcome
is-
to Club 2.
That's
Technically an upgrade.
The halflings 1 is a 2.
Dude, I love
Well,
that.
it's not
That's
a
from
one.
Not Another D&D podcast. One of the characters in the first season has halfling luck, and almost every time they use it, rolls a 2 subsequently. It's like it's just a curse.
I love it.
Amazing. So anyone below a 12.
That's
Aye.
Damn it.
I don't think I went.
I was
So
so
just-
close. I was at 11.
Ember, you failed.
I got an 11, yeah.
Ember, Smoke, and Shren. You feel your skin become rough and stone-like. You become restrained. There are subsequent things to happen after this, but Berg, it is your turn. You rolled a natural 20. You are not being petrified. You're doing great. So, looking around, 3 of your party are turning to stone. This round, unless you can do this round, essentially you come to a grinding halt. You have made no movement, no progress, because they are still and heavy like stone. They're not fully petrified,
Can
but
I
you
tell if it's
can't.
progressing and getting worse, or
It
is it?
seems to be progressing and getting worse. Is there anything you would like to do in this moment?
There's so many things I would like to do in this moment.
Roz is like, I can finally do something on a turn one time.
And everyone else is petrified.
It does seem to be getting worse, right?
Seems like that, yeah.
Are they still walking? Like, are we still we're not making any forward progress?
3 people have come to a full, complete stop, but unlike before where they were stunned, you can't even like half move them. They are restrained in place.
Okay.
You can, if you want, continue to move and break free of the group.
No, I will stay with them. I will use so from my Tome of Efficiency, I have 2 books on each hip, or 2 books, 1 on each hip. One is my ship port ledger, and one is my Tome of Efficiency. So I will spend a charge, and I will start casting Tiny Hut, which will take me 5 minutes. So I'm gonna try to protect everybody if I can, and as I'm working on this, I'm going to try to carry or whatever to everybody to keep them moving, but I will look to Sentry 8, who still seems to be moving, and just say, get us out of here.
Amazing. Shren, at the end of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. I'll roll it first to see if we need the bonus. It's not bad. 13 plus... You said con?
Constitution. You need to beat a 12.
Oh, I got 16.
And the stone falls free of your skin. Your skin feels a little raw, like you've taken a bit of a hard bath, but you are no longer under the effects. 1 successful save is all it's needed to end. 3 additional failures will make the effect permanent. You break free of the petrification, and with you being free, it is the end of your turn, but we're being a little fast and loose with the initiative.
Us fast and loose here at Blackwater? No, never. You,
Fast and loose
because
was my name in high school.
only 2 of the 3 people are petrified, you can now move, but it will only be like 10 feet. Would you as a group wish to move forward 10 feet, or do you want to stay in place?
Move.
Definitely move. Also, I forgot that I can also dash as a bonus action. Just throwing
Good to
it
know.
out there.
Good to know. Amazing. Onyx, is there any actions you would like to take?
Yes. So as
Oh, right, Shren. I was like, oh, I missed your turn, Shren, but your turn was spent being stone.
Story of my life, bro.
Weirdly, Onyx gives Shren a back rub, I guess.
Fucking good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I think seeing the party like in distress as the people around Onyx start to turn to stone, knowing that people are just unpredictable when they begin to panic. Like, if we're moving slowly, we could become a target. And so I think Onyx would again like reach down to the ground just like earlier, and his fingers would open and smoke would start to come out as he's going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
So that way, anywhere we're going, people don't either see a weak party and or a way out.
Great. I will also say that with the chaos that is happening right now, the smoke blends really well with everything that's kind of going on, and it does obscure you quite well. At the end of Onyx's turn, chat, can someone roll a d10 for me, please?
You can type !D10 in the chat. Whoever gets there first. Oh my goodness.
First.
There will be a little delay here, folks, while we...
Substances
Teeny got to it.
used. Rolled a 6.
Oh, no. Rolled a 6. Okay.
No, that's no. Another roll. That's the bad one.
I will roll a
Sixes
d4.
get stitches.
Whoa.
Okay. The sky splits as elemental chaos falls from the sky. A lightning bolt crashes into the ground. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving for me.
For those of us who are still petrified, how's that doing? We're being restrained.
You are restrained. I believe you automatically fail.
Sick
Not
one.
me.
But this is lightning. I'm
Doesn't.
resistant to lightning damage because I'm an air genasi.
Fair enough.
What, you said Dex?
Dexterity, yeah.
Saving throw.
15.
They have disadvantage on dex saves. They don't.
Disadvantage then. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I just have a straight roll then.
16.
Nat 20, baby. Let's go.
Let's
There's no
fucking
turn.
go.
Okay. Well, so you just have a straight roll because you're a barbarian. Very,
Correct.
very nice.
Yep.
Did anyone get below a 15? 14 or
Got a
under?
15.
Okay,
Yes.
Berg and Smoke.
Come on.
Damn it.
Berg and Smoke, you
I'm
take
rolling like 13, 14 every time.
7 points of lightning damage as it
halved for me to 3.
crashes into the ground, shocking you. But that is all. And it is just a straight damage effect. It's 2d12, so pretty lucky on the die roll as well.
Holy.
Wow.
That's spicy.
Yeah. Top of the order, Smoke. It is your turn.
I am petrified, or at least I'm restrained.
Oh, sorry.
so I have
At the end of your turn, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And what's the bonus on this one? Oh boy. Constitution, that's a +6. Gosh, I like artificers a lot.
Artificer.
They're so good.
They're
It's
so fun.
They're so good.
That's a natural 20, baby.
I will
Let's
say, with a natural
go.
20, similar to a death saving throw, you get your turn. So you do
Ooh.
not slow the team down this turn. You break free of the petrification. With only one of you petrified, you were able to start moving forward with only a reduction in your speed by 10. So you're moving 25 feet this turn. If
Okay.
Ember manages to break free, that'll go back up to a 30.
Just got to.
The average is
Okay.
35. You're still getting slowed down just because Ember is.
Because Ember's in technically the front of the group with Onyx right now. I'm gonna kind of flank around the back and just kind of keep my back, like I'm moving with the party, but
Perfect.
I'm trying to keep my eyes out. My turret is out. I don't see anything that is within range of us that could hurt us.
Nope.
So I'm gonna
Amazing.
I'm gonna keep moving with the party.
Ember, at the end of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
That's a nat 20.
Hey, let's go, baby.
Your speed goes back up to 35 because Ember rolled a nice 20.
wanna throw a shout out to Dispel Dice for giving me some very beautiful dice.
Also, Faye, I don't understand how it can be cold in your room. You have a fireplace right behind you. What are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
hit you
That's
anyways.
So yeah, you crack free of the stone, and because you do it so quickly, You manage to take your whole turn. So the movement is pushed to 35. And do you have any actions or bonus actions? Oh, you can bonus action dash if you want.
Yeah, I mean, will that help us all kind of move a little faster?
I will say that it doesn't like double the party speed, but it'll add like 10 feet to it.
That'd be great. I will do that.
So 45 feet of movement this turn.
Amazing.
And if Shren also manages to dash, will be an additional 10. Do you want to do anything as an action?
I'm trying to decide if I have this like thing, but I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. I think. I mean, there's nothing that I can see within like range of me. I'm very
not
much
not within punching range. No.
Yeah, I'm very much so a melee being. I do have a whip. So if so if there's something within 10 feet of me.
Fantastic. There's nothing within 10 feet of you.
That's fine. Yeah, then I'll.
And it is now my turn to roll a d10 for the lair action.
Oh boy, oh boy.
To initiative.
You don't like it.
We get to initiative
Roll the
20.
one where we
I guess
all
I'll
get
dash
hugs.
as my action. I mean, can I just do that both? I don't know.
I don't believe you can dash in a single turn because the effect of dash isn't you move your speed, it's your your movement speed this turn. And in the rules, it says you can't have the same effect twice. Similar, like you can't have haste on you twice. You can't have like. So it doesn't affect.
I've always just considered it as like an extra.
30 feet of movement, yeah.
I mean, like you could, right, if you were cool.
To
If
back
you
him
were
up,
cool,
though, with
then you would do what Cody
with
do.
feline agility.
I will say,
we're not.
in this, I will say, like in combat, I would say yes. In this circumstance, the action that you spend is like being ready to. I will say that you have 2 reactions this turn to in lieu of an action, you can have an additional reaction. If someone attacks you, you can hit them.
Me, sure, that's fine.
That kind of thing.
I'll be ready to punch a bitch. So it's all good.
Yeah. I rolled a 10.
We haven't had a 10 yet.
I like how sometimes the audience just gasps.
Yep. It's very shocking what's happening right now.
A 10.
As
sometimes literally. Thanks, man. I got one laugh and it counts. It counts.
You all look at the same time as a crest of water slams into the outer wall of the Goldbrenner Skyport and breaches the wall as the tsunami created from the mountain turning to water finally hits the Skyport. I need everyone to make strength saving throws for me.
Son of
buddy.
a breach.
You know, I'm good at almost every saving throw except that one.
Yeah.
That's not my bad.
That's a no.
Okay.
What's that? I'm sorry. I always miss what stat it is. I got a 16.
Strength saving throws.
Strength 17.
The
Hey, he's
DC
a strong
is
little guy.
DC is 17 because this is a one-time effect. So those of you who failed.
But I rolled a 16 this time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I want to give her one of mine. She can have it.
I will say
I'm good. I'm good.
Can I hold on to her?
Roll
so she doesn't
a
get rolled away. Since
Yeah,
we're
make a
already
strength
like
saving
holding
throw.
on to each other. Another one.
Shren and Ember can make strength saving throws. Because you were the people who succeeded, correct?
Yes.
I rolled
Yeah,
exactly a 17.
I think you both did.
I got a 16 this time.
16?
Dirty 20 for me.
Okay. Ember.
Go strong.
I'm very strong.
Smoke or Berg?
Quite strong.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, shit. Smoke's not really next to me, is she?
The water is smashing past you in a way that Smoke will get washed past you. Berg will also.
Grab me.
Shren,
right.
you managed to
I'm only the way
not
down.
get. You managed to not get knocked down. By the way, you hold your ground with the 17.
I'd still
We'll
rather
get up
she
again.
grab me.
with
though,
a
like, just in
16,
wants to be
Shren,
held.
with a 16,
It
you
is
can grab
scary.
someone, and you will take half of their damage. If you
All right.
want.
Fuck. I think that
It's okay.
No, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It is okay. It is okay.
I think instinctually, when this happens, Ember forgets that she's holding Berg, and like reaches for Smoke, like as she's getting pulled past.
Okay. Shren, you can catch Berg or Onyx, but Onyx, you look relatively fine, right? Or are you pretty fucked up?
I'm
Are you
fine.
good?
I rolled a 5 on the save though.
Yeah, you just like you're gonna have the effect. It's not like you're gonna take more damage, but like damage-wise, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Berg, how you looking?
Not great.
Shren, you can take half of Berg's damage if you want.
Yeah, Shren's a survivor. He's gonna grab. It's my turn. Am I next?
You
Is that a
are
cool
next.
thing?
No, Berg
Okay.
is next. Sorry.
Oh, Berg is after Berg. Okay, cool. So I will, as I see Berg kind of like flush off the shoulders of Ember, I'll be like, oh, Christ, and catch her, pull back, and he's kind of holding her against the water, and then he's going to start pulling out some device that he is planning to use on his next turn.
This mighty halfling just.
So, Smoke, you barrel into Ember, and Ember kind of catches you and holds ground. You take no damage. You are not knocked prone. Onyx, you take 12 points of damage, and you are knocked prone. Schrenenberg, you take 6 points of damage, and your movement speed is halved as you kind of like get barreled. However, you are pushed about 20 feet. So it kind of works out in the end.
Surfing USA.
How tall is Smoke?
Like 5'5".
Okay, so like decently tall. You said that like
Tolls
Smoke was like
everything.
really tiny.
No. I should preface. All of my friends are really like in me. All of my friends are really tall, so 5'5" is very short in my book. So. All my friends
big
are
up
tall.
in Canada.
It's
I'm
the middle.
3.
They really do. The whole time I was up there, I was just going, oh, hey guys, what's up?
Every single person that I've talked to that lives in Canada is like, yeah, what's the average height for like, for like a
they're
a
free
woman
range up
specifically?
there.
They're like 5'6", 5'7". I was like, what are you talking about?
Like
I'm
I'm
the shortest
5.
lady in my
I'm-
family at 5'7".
I'm 5'8", and I'm the shortest at Blackwater.
I'm 5'3".
I am the shortest at
Wait,
Blackwater by a
isn't
bit.
5'8" isn't 5'8" the average height for a woman?
No,
Oh,
5'4"
no, much
is the
shorter,
average height,
yeah.
like globally.
I thought it was 5'8" and then 5'10" for men.
People in
Sorry.
K in chat is crying at 5 feet, so
Amazing.
Okay.
Anyway, I only asked because Ember is pretty tall. I think that she's like just pushing 6 feet, and so she kind of does like a little like a. Oh.
I think you would as that happens, Smoke instinctually tucks in.
Cute.
Yeah.
Amazing. Berg, it is your turn. You are not prone. You can take an action. You are very hurt now.
Yay!
I'm so injured. Is the
Just
water
flopping.
still washing past us all? Like, are we going to be continually in danger of this water rushing past us, carrying us
Maybe
away?
if there is a lightning strike. The water it's not
Oh,
like wave
no.
after wave after wave, but there is just like a foot of water here now.
Oh, okay. So it's not gonna it's not continually pushing us away.
No,
So
it was essentially a tsunami. It is flooded in, and you have managed to kind of take the brunt of the flood,
okay,
along
would
with
you
all the
say that
fucking buildings that have been knocked down as well.
with my needing assistance there. Do you think that's disrupted my attempt to cast that spell that I was kind of working on for a while?
Make a concentration check.
Oh, nat 20.
You are still
Yes.
Go.
winding this spell together. You are still getting it.
Thank goodness I got help from Shren. I'm gonna look down at Shren because I'm like 6'2", so I assume there's several feet between us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got a big hat. Makes me a little taller.
You do add the hat.
Yeah, the hat
forget the
counts.
hat.
Ask anyone. I'll tell you, the hat counts.
But I will nod and in a very appreciative way. That is, he's probably not seen from her before.
Very cool.
And
Would you like to do anything as your bonus action? I'm going to say you don't have an action because
I'm
you're
still working on my.
you're essentially working on the spell. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna stay focused on this.
Okay. I'm also gonna say that like these turns aren't necessarily every 6 seconds. That would be kind of insane. It's the reason you're moving so slowly, and like each turn I'm kind of aggregating up that you're taking a few minutes to run. So that 5 minutes is gonna pass not in, I think it would be normally 500 turns of combat. That's not going to be the case. It'll be faster than that. So you're like,
what,
you're
Adam?
probably
You're not going to make us play 500 turns of combat?
probably
ready.
not.
I'm ready.
I would
This
say
is
you're probably
Dungeons and Dragons, Adam.
like a quarter of the way through your spell, and you guys have made solid progress, but it's slowing down because you're in the water, and you are heading towards the Golem Yard. Shren, you're pulling out this device. It is now your turn.
So to kind of counter back to the Berg look, I kind of look at him like, you focus on what you got to do, and I'll get us there. And I kind of swing around behind Berg, and I pull out these 2 little ankle clips, and I clip them to her ankles, and like little rockets come out of the back end. And I cast Long Strider, so that's the artifice way. And so these little rockets, and I'm like trying to like steer Berg as she concentrates on the tiny hut.
That's amazing. I love that
like
very
water
much.
skiing on this
party.
like,
I love this party.
Tall of water.
Onyx, it is your turn.
I think I would just stand up out of the water and follow. Make my way with the party. Do I still see that elemental?
Yeah, you like with you, yeah, because your whole thing is shooting from far away. It just seems to be like milling about now. It's hard to make out because of the new water. And it does seem to have been pushed closer to you because it just kind of rode the wave. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
in this moment, like not necessarily knowing what to do, just like stuff needs to happen. Onyx would scope in and just like sort of revert back to training. There is something out there that is dangerous. It needs to die.
Okay.
And so I would take 2 shots at it. I'm going to take a -5 on these shots.
Sharpshooter.
With sharpshooter, exactly. Hopefully I hit. First one is not good. First one is a 13.
But you hoped.
But I hoped.
A 13 does not hit. Its AC is 14.
I would imagine would miss. Then I count all the water. I will take another 5 and see if I can hit this one. Oop.
Got it.
Sire escape closed again. Love that. Opening back up. The next shot is a 17.
That hits. Roll damage.
Amazing. So we never discussed what the damage would be when I actually fired this weapon. What is the damage dice on my rifle? I just
It's
have
1d12.
1d12.
86.
Okay. 80. Ooh, I like that one better.
Fireball.
Can I have that one?
You start high.
That's how you negotiate.
Yeah.
And I'm using the new favored foe feature.
Ooh.
So when I hit with an attack roll, I can mark a creature as a favored enemy for a minute or until it loses concentration, adding a d4. Sort of a new hunter's mark.
Very sick.
Okay, so that's a 10 on a d12. 3,
Heyo.
so plus 3, 26.
It disperses into just water. As you shoot straight through it.
Yeah, as it dissipates, I think definitely Onyx would, like, not needing to breathe, but would like mimic the action of just like a sigh of relief of just like this has worked.
After your turn, it is initiative 10. We're back to the top of the rolling order. M, could you roll me a d10 for me?
It me. Okay, I got you.
Did the robot just sigh? Somebody heard the robot sigh, right?
No.
Uno.
Oh.
Okay. You are all running to the tower.
The Golem Yards, technically.
The Golem Yards by the tower. and you see a flame geyser. Similar to the sparks that erupted near you, but up above you in the tower. And there is a moment. A brief pause. As the fire seems to spread a little bit. Also, thank you, Faye Wild and Out, for the raid.
Thank you, Faye Wild. Hello, babies.
As the fire seems to spread a little bit, you can see it in the distance, spreading along the docks. Multiple explosions start erupting along the docks, almost like a chain reaction. Different to the other explosions, almost controlled, all the exact same size, exploding one after the other as you watch the docks fall and the tower crack and begin to crumble. You watch a ship pull away from the docks, get caught in the side of an explosion, and crash down into the ground below. These explosions continue to ring out for some time.
Can I get everybody to take their headphones out for a second?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Can I get everyone to take their headphones out?
What the fuck?
Those aren't.
Yes, they are.
No! It went off?
Flame and explosives oft mix poorly. And with everything burning, it was only a matter of time. One of your contingency plans ignited, setting it all off in motion. And I'm going to need everyone to put their headphones back on. Because with that information, that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh, okay.
I'm not suspicious at all.
I always said that was that.
It's totally fine.
Everything sounds fine.
Everything sounds so fine. It's not huge ramifications in the slightest.
Oh, someone gave me something and I used it.
I don't know who it was, Adam. I don't know who that was. We are going to have a very, very quick break. We're going to probably do let's do our main break sequence, but it's probably, we're not going to take the whole time because I don't know about y'all, but I want to get back and play some D&D. So we're going to take probably about 5 minutes here. Grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself a snack. And I am really, really excited to come back and just see what the heck happened with all them explosives. We will be back very soon. I love you all very much. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Bye.
See you soon.
Hey. back, the heights have just exploded, and the docks above are starting to crumble and fall. And it is here that you reach the Golem Yard.
So
You've gotten to the Golem Yard as the building above you starts to crumble and is threatening to fall soon. Onyx, you know, you see, the first thing you notice is the ships getting dislodged from their mooring and plummeting, crashing, some of them into the crowds of people trying to get up the tower. You know that going up to the top of this tower would be reckless, to say the least. There may be ships still in the moorings, but you know for certain that Shren has said that his ship is in the shipyard. And you know another Golem Yard shortcut, a service tunnel underneath, again, out of sight, out of mind. You know that the best way to get there is below ground, and perhaps by taking this route, you can avoid the chaos that is happening above. So,
is it still...
we are going to drop out of initiative for now. What would you all like to do?
As everything is starting to explode, Smoke's skin is kind of a like whitish, grayish blue, quite light, but she always has kind of like a rosy hue to her cheeks, and she is pale. She looks like she's gonna vomit. She looks like she's about to be sick. She's not making eye contact with any of you. And her head is down, and she's just continuing to go where the party is going to.
Ember, make an insight check for me.
Yeah.
I would say she could probably make that with advantage.
With advantage.
I'll shoot myself. I took an arrow to the knee with that one. Yeah, absolutely. You can.
I mean, well, my passive insight is a 14, but my roll was a 17. Yes.
Okay. Everything is chaos. The world is, as far as you know, ending. But Smoke didn't look this way until after the explosion.
Okay. Has 8 told us what is, like, where we're going, or is everyone kind of taking a beat to be like, oh shit, like,
I think
now
they're
what?
taking a beat.
Okay.
And Ember, with a 17, I think you think back to conversations that you've had with Smoke over the years about how she puts herself in danger, and one day that'll catch up to them. And, like, you never really thought of it too much, but she always said that she had something in their back pocket. There was always a contingency. And you never really dug too deep, maybe because it didn't occur to you, or maybe deep down because you didn't want to know.
Ember is gonna grab Smoke. I mean, presumably, like, just before this happened, she kind of was already holding on to her, right?
More or less, yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna kind of, like, step to the side and, like...
I will say the building above you is collapsing.
Is it gonna fall on us right now?
Yes. It is, essentially. I will say at this moment, Onyx, you may act as you would.
Yeah, Onyx would relay the information. If we get underground, maybe we'll have a better chance. There's a tunnel that can take us. Maybe that'll... Did I know? Will that lead us to the garage?
Tunnel leads all over underneath.
Yeah.
It's a service tunnel. Leads to many places, and one of the places, is the where Shren's ship would be getting serviced.
We can get to Smoke's garage. Shren's ship. But we have to go now.
As you look up, looking at this building that's beginning to collapse, you, for the first time, see something etched in the sky. And some of you recognize this. Shren, you'd probably recognize this because you've dealt with Berg and like Berg's paperwork. You recognize Berg's handwriting written in the clouds above the sky. And it's been there since the start of initiative, essentially. Ships to skies, all hands abandon port. Don't look back. Written in the clouds above.
It's pretty handwriting.
Ember's gonna grab Smoke's hand and kind of like make eye contact with her. And just be like just kind of like this like sort of like, I don't know, I guess like knowing look. Not say anything. And look at 8 and be like, lead the way, let's go.
Understood.
As you step into the golem yard, almost breaking through the cacophony of the end of the world, you hear a second cacophony as numberless voices. Directive. As the golems within the golem yard all turn to you, the first organics they've seen today in all of this chaos. Directive?
Back rub?
I think...
Keep up. That's the directive. All of them. Keep up. How many fit on your ship, Shren?
Now, the Chimera's a beautiful girl, but she's a bit narrow in the middle, if you catch my drift. Don't think we can get all them in there.
Stretch 15, and that's like packed in.
I say 12. I don't want to be crammed in. So 12 at tops, and even then, I don't know. You got any favorites?
Onyx. You feel a hand, metallic, rest on your shoulder, and you turn and you see Century 3. Century 8. I think I am afraid? Am I malfunctioning?
No. You are working perfectly.
I am uncertain.
Good.
I have never been uncertain before. It is uncomfortable.
Stand down.
Should I remain here?
You should leave.
Where should I go? Century 8.
The first place that comes to your mind. Wherever that is.
I shall go to the clearing. It was beautiful. And you see Century 3 begin to walk towards the chaos erupting outside. Smoke.
Did you not want to bring them with us?
I want them to spend their last moments doing what they want.
Absolutely. That's good.
Speaking of last moments, I
Smoke.
don't want to be seeing mine anytime soon, so...
We should go.
You see a numbers problem.
Yeah.
There's about 150 beings to you.
Mm-hmm.
This relationship with Onyx has expanded your perception of these people.
These are all, yeah.
There's 150 in here. 12 can fit on Shren's ship. Shren's ship is not the only ship being serviced.
I like look at Ember. I'm still holding her hand. I squeeze it. New directive. And I just like elevate my voice to all of them.
All of the heads turn to you.
I look to Berg. And I
You
nod.
hear as a piece of rubble hits the roof, and the roof.
Get to the ships. Take them to the skies. Fly to safety. All of you, go now.
Directive acknowledged. You hear chorus of voices, and they start piling down into the tunnels. Some of them seeing that, again, that machine logic, you see like 20 of them head for the tunnels, but more than 20 isn't efficient. So they head out into the outside world. You have a chance to get ahead of them or be behind them. Where do you want to be as a group?
Smoke would want to be ahead.
Okay. So you as a group get down to the tunnels as the ESP D&D, thank you for the raid.
Thank you so
As
much for the
the-
raid, wonderful friend. Thank you.
As the automatons and the sentries disperse towards the ships. As you get into the tunnel and you look back and you see the last of the 20 that were coming into the tunnels enter, you hear a resonating boom as the roof of the golem yard collapses, as the tower above falls. And the tunnel is closed shut with rubble and debris. And
We
you
can
move
go forward
forward.
though, right?
You can move forward. You press on through the tunnel underneath somewhere that none of you have been before. Maybe Shren. I feel like Shren might have known about the like service corridors, not the elevator, but like the corridors maybe, and maybe Berg on like the rare occasion where Berg had to check in on something.
Berg knows that they're there.
Berg
but
knows of their
hasn't-
existence,
hasn't
exactly.
been down here.
But you move through, and you travel a little bit of distance, about a minute, and you reach a section of the tunnel, and I'm going to have Bam roll me a d4.
Oh boy.
1.
Let me get up my document because I
Oh, good.
1. The tunnel is roaring with flame. This portion of the tunnel is fully ignited. You can press through, but it will hurt, or you can try and douse it. It is almost paradoxical as well, because this part of the tunnel is on fire despite the half a foot of water that exists throughout this entire tunnel. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna, knowing that there's at least the additional heat, the fire, and things keep going on around us, Shren's little platinum eye pops out and lands on the ground, and it's got little golden spider legs that it walks around with. But I use it, it's my protector turret. And so you see the like, blue eye shines, and everybody around me gets temporary hit points.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you how many here.
Amazing.
I love that.
Temporary hit points to run through fire, or like what's the?
Yeah, that's, I'm helping on this side of that decision.
If we're making plans, I'd like to workshop that one.
I'm fine with it.
I'll take any.
I will
temporary
say
hit
the
points I
way
can get.
this works is the eye kind of, without you even directing it to, lands, because again it's water. The water has flooded everything. A mountaintop turned to water and flooded this area. Everything is flooded, and it lands in the water, and when it pulses out its beam of protection of energy, a splash of water goes with it, and those temporary hit points splash onto you, coating your skin in a liquid. Which
11 temporary
11 points of temporary hit points.
Damn, that's
Hey,
pretty
we
good.
love that.
every round too. It's so good. And then it just climbs up and hops on my shoulder.
Every round, let's go. We can do this
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
We do this all dang day.
So
Yeah.
what would you all like to do?
How is the flame working? Is it from the sides of the wall? Is it just on? Because it's not on the ground. So is it on the ceiling?
It is on the ground. It's burning through the water. It is
Okay.
obviously a paradoxical in nature.
Okay.
It
So
just
it's like
seems
an
that this
oil fire
pocket
on
of
top of water.
it seems this pocket of air is just not air. It's fire.
Sorry, I took a really big bite and that was a mistake. Oh no.
That's a Constitution saving throw?
No, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. I'm good. I can go ahead and see what's going on. If you all want to wait for a moment.
I am actually going to follow Ember, but then because I gotta use this spell and it's just kind of like brimming with me until I let it go. But turn to Ember. I can cast a field if the fire isn't too wide.
You are coming to the near the end of this spell as well, that you've been just like desperately concentrating on.
How wide is this force?
How wide is the tiny hut?
It's 10-foot radius, or it might
It
be.
would be the
diameter.
entirety of the tunnel,
It's
the
a 10-foot
entire
radius.
width of the tunnel. Yeah,
Yeah. But how long does the fire extend for, Ember?
you don't know.
I guess I'll find out. And she's just gonna be like, and run through it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You're just gonna take the damage, but you have temporary hit points and
Fire
resistance.
Genasi,
I
though.
do. Yeah.
You
And
take
fire
8
genasi.
points of fire damage, reduced to 4. So barely, you just burst
Cool.
through, and it is about 30 feet wide of flame.
Can I still see them at the end?
No, because you're on the other side of the flame.
Okay.
We have link things.
Oh, we have comms, don't we?
You do have link
Oh,
bells.
that's so nice. All right, so like you'll hear like sort of like a crackle, and you'll hear it's about 30 feet. If you all want to just kind of book it down.
Yo, that's sick as hell.
That's
So
sick.
cool.
I'll release the
Fancy.
spell.
Dang.
The tiny hut, so it's a 10-foot radius immobile dome. So we won't be able to
Roll
use it
me a
later.
d4.
Okay. Why did I throw the stabby triangle away? That's a 3.
3. This dome erupts out, extinguishing parts of the fire. I will roll the 2d6 for people to run through,
Okay.
and it will be reduced by 3 because of Berg's spell.
Amazing.
And fresh air inside the dome. It's comfortable and dry.
Yep, perfect. Oh, you also dispersed the water as well. So, would you
Take a
like to
shoulder.
push through the flame?
Yeah.
Okay. You all take, again, 8 points, reduced to 5 because of the spell.
And don't
That
forget
comes
those
off the
temporary hit
temporary-
points.
Yeah, with the temporary.
We love temp HP.
Love that
So
10
nice.
HP.
It's so great when your actual hit points are single digits.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, buddy.
Temp though.
Yeah, you got those
Yeah.
temps. You had those
Protective
temps.
Temp
turret
points.
is
Yeah,
so
that's
good.
great.
So you
It's so good.
push forward. You push forward through the tunnel.
As we get to a little break, I look over to I know Berg is in pretty rough shape right now. I can't look at her. And I just come up and I put a hand on her shoulder and I'm going to cast a first level Cure Wounds.
Okay. I'm going to roll a d20
Okay.
with advantage and add 3 because of Berg to see how many Warforged make it through the flames.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's going to be...
That is an 18 plus 3, caps it to 20. All 20 make it through.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Let's go.
Love that. That is going to be 7 plus 3, or 7 plus 4 is 11 points of healing for Berg.
Amazing.
And you just hear Smoke say, I'm sorry.
Berg will put her hand on Smoke's hand. I guess yeah, you're tall enough to reach up to my shoulder. And
yeah,
she will look at her, but she'll clasp the hand tightly and squeeze.
we can talk about it later. But I'm sorry. I just needed you to know that. Okay.
We have to get through this. All of that is for later.
Yeah.
Smoke.
I know.
There is only survival now.
I know.
Come on, we don't have time for this.
Okay, I'm sorry. You can go.
You continue on, and you hit another pocket. Something gone wrong. And Bam was last roll, so Roz, I need you to roll me a D3. We are removing fire from the equation.
You know, you control the game. You could just let us go through the tunnel. Like,
You
it'd
could just be
fine.
like, you know, I just like my
We could
players
just
a little.
not, you know?
Yeah,
like,
we could just get to
have
the
fun.
ship and
We're no
be fine.
Cooler if you
You
did.
just run.
Not cooler if you did.
2. This part of the tunnel seems to have collapsed. It is filled with dirt and stone. You can try and dig your way through or try and fit your way through. What would you like to do?
You see Smoke, look at the piles of rubble, and, she moves to the front of the group, and I'm going to cast Levitate. And I just start picking things up, and I just start moving them aside.
Amazing.
I'm just like, quick, and it's almost like, looks like I'm conducting a symphony, and like,
Fantastic.
you all would have seen Smoke do this so many times. If I needed to get a tool or something into a place where I couldn't quite reach, except we're now just moving some big ass rocks, and we're
Smoke,
just moving.
make a caster check, but add your proficiency.
Okay. That's good. Plus intelligence is going to be a it's technically like an intelligence saving throw then.
More or
Right?
less, yeah.
More or less. Okay, that's going to be a 22.
Excellent. So moving a tool is one thing. Lifting tons upon tons of earth and stone is another. But something deep within you buckles and pushes through as the stone lifts up and sweat starts beading and pouring down your face as you hold it in place. Here's the thing. Had you got below a 20, you would not be able to move and hold this spell at the same time. But you were able to slowly walk through, holding the stone in place. You don't have to make a hard choice here, gang. The effect is the group makes it to the other side. Smoke.
Yeah.
You can let the spell go, or you can continue making rolls. Would you like to continue to make a roll to allow the automatons through?
Yes.
One roll will equal 10 automatons.
Okay. Is it D20?
So
Or
roll
is
me
just spell check?
essentially an intelligence saving throw, but it is a check, not a saving throw. But
Okay,
it's
so I
proficiency.
don't add my
No, it is
yeah.
proficiency.
Okay.
It's for the like terminology of like if you had something that helps you with intelligence saving throws, this doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a casting check with proficiency.
Okay. Y'all, my Sirenscape totally kicked out, so I'm just doing this in silence.
In
And
silence?
No, that's worse.
That's great.
Ugh.
We love that for you.
Hear the dice.
Okay. That's going to be an 18.
Okay. You had to get above a 20 to move. You had to get above a 16 to hold.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You hold it in place again, just sweat drenching your face.
I imagine that it's like almost not necessarily like smoke has pushed all of everything to the side. I imagine that A's like lifted it, and it's almost like you have to kind of duck and weave through it. It's almost like imagine an asteroid belt rather than an explosion. Because it would be a levitate rather than a force push.
Yeah,
right.
I love that.
So the automatons are just kind of, and she's just like, don't hit them.
You count through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make another roll.
Okay.
I'm so stressed out, and I'm not even rolling.
You love them? They might die.
I do love them. I love them all. Okay. 23.
You
I rolled a 16.
hold it in place. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. As you see Sentry 3, the back of the pack. Sentry 8, the clearing would not be as beautiful without you in it. I wish to stay with my friend. You move forward,
I do.
pushing down the tunnel. The tunnel has widened. You're all moving as a group now with the 21 automatons. Faye, roll a d2.
Got a coin flip.
Oh, I do have one, but not at my
You could also do
desk.
odds or evens or a d4.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna. Okay. That is a 2.
Okay. The tunnel is clear. You have hit air. However, the air is thin and stale and dry. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws for me as you pass through about 30 feet of really thin air.
Can't even get a break from this guy.
Not me, right?
Hey, this is... you don't need to breathe, you don't need to make a save, nor do any of
No breathing.
the automatons. They all just like...
Wait, don't Air Genasi not need to breathe?
I could have sworn I didn't do
And
anything.
halflings, right?
Air
Yeah,
Genasi's
I've
gonna
heard of
hold
it.
their
And
breath.
half-orc.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hold my
Half
breath then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Air's,
I will
air's
say...
more concentrated at the ground for the
Yeah,
halflings.
sure, why not? I will say I have advantage as an Air Genasi, not
Okay.
not fully ignore it, because...
They have
That's a
unending breath,
natural
you can-
20,
yeah, like they can hold
baby.
it indefinitely while not incapacitated. So
Natural 20.
Okay.
just
Natural 20
oh,
reflects
no.
that then. Dice tell the story. Ember, Shren, and Verg, what did you all get?
A 10.
10?
Freaking
A 10.
Oh, for me,
Yeah.
every
12.
single con check I've rolled has been ass.
You all take a point of exhaustion.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
Nap
Okay.
time.
You push forward one last time, and Cody, you don't need to roll as you come to a part of the tunnel that dips down. It seems to bend down. Maybe there is something above that causes the buildings to be built this way, but unfortunately, with the flooding, this portion of the tunnel is entirely submerged for an unidentifiable amount of tunnel. What would you all like to do?
If I had a wager, I'd say it's probably about 30 feet.
And that could be a dangerous wager.
So like we're just above the submersion, correct?
Yeah, you've like gotten down, like you are. Shren is like kind of neck level, and everyone else is about like mid waist level as you've noticed the tunnel on a decline.
Okay. I can hold my breath a really long time. And if I get stuck, I can pull myself out.
I do not need to breathe. I can accompany you.
Oh, I've seen this before, and then you never come back, right? Leave us behind. You ain't leaving us behind.
Shren, I got you in here.
Yeah, this place is terrible.
I can stay behind and help if that makes you feel better.
We have the other sentries for support.
We can be of assistance if you are poor swimmers. We can walk along the bottom.
That might be really helpful. I can scout ahead. I'm okay with that.
Nothing foolish.
I know. I'm gonna be fine. Be fine.
Be careful.
Yeah, I will. Okay. You know, I'm not always
Less than
careful,
3
but-
minutes, everyone.
I mean, I can hold my breath kind of forever, so. Okay, here we go. And I am just going to, like, shoot a look over at Ember. And, like, I'm not smiling with my mouth, just my eyes a little bit. And I am going to take a big old gulp of air, and I am going to go for a swim.
Okay. You swim 30 feet, 60 feet, 90 feet. You swim for about 250 feet through this tunnel before you reach the incline again. This is a long swim for anyone who can't hold their breath like you.
Okay. I take a minute to, like, catch my breath. Not that I really need to. But I pull out my palm. Ambi, it's about, like, it's a long swim. It's like 250 feet. You guys won't be able to hold your breath that long, I don't think.
I'll be fine. It's more about the other two that I'm worried.
What if you got them to, if the sentries can dash and run and move really fast, maybe they won't have to exert any energy and they can hold their breath a little longer.
I'll talk to them. We'll figure it out. Give me a second.
Okay.
I've got.
I love that Faye has to push a button to use the
comm.
communicator. It's great.
Really
It's great. So sick.
Listen, my
So
immersion,
sick.
okay?
No. I love it so
No,
very
it's
much.
great.
So good.
I now want to get everyone one just so that we can
Alright.
do it more.
I do have something that might work. I've got this little bag, see? I pull my hat up. My other infusion is a bag of holding. We can't stay in there long, but there's just enough air in there that we might be able to make this swim. Berg, I'm sorry. I told you I didn't have a bag of holding. I did. I got it from a friend after we talked the first time, so I didn't really lie to you. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But if
Live
we
emission.
if we use this, we gotta be careful. If we get stuck in there, lights out.
You know, I've always wanted to say this to you, but son of a bitch, I'm in.
How long do you have in there?
So it is.
I think it's like 10
breathing
minutes
creatures
of air,
survive.
right?
10 divided by the number of creatures.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a collective amount.
So you'd only need 2 of you in there, so you'd have 5 minutes. That's plenty of time.
Take a little nap while I'm in there. Let's do this.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you
250 feet, moving 15 feet per turn.
20
under
feet,
5 minutes.
motherfucker.
20 feet for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Well, and I hop into my own bag.
Ember, do you want the bag or should I hold it?
Oh, that's a rough question. Ember is already, she is expecting to take the bag, and is going to look at you. Has she heard Smoke call you Onyx at all?
I don't think so.
But you have heard me speak to Onyx like I
Very
would
much
speak
so.
to
Like a
another
person, like this whole
person.
time, yeah.
I wasn't giving Onyx any directive. Like I took Onyx's hands and says, I got you, I'm good, you're gonna be okay. That was before we got in.
You also heard Onyx say, I trust you, which is fucking weird for
And I didn't ask you for a directive just now.
And never at no point has Onyx asked for directive.
Right.
Onyx has been like really adaptive to the situation.
And our
including like casting Pass Without a Trace and shooting the water elemental. These are all actions that were never directed, and that is unusual for an automaton.
Right. And are Berg and Shren already in the bag, or is just Shren in the bag?
I like to think that Shren's
using up some of the air already.
I like to think that Shren is
in the bag.
I like to think that Shren isn't in the bag yet, but just his head sticking out.
Absolutely.
Right. Come on, guys, hurry up.
Touching little moment you're having. Yes.
Before I jump in the bag, Ember, if it's escape or the bag.
The bag.
Leave.
It's the bag.
Just the head out of the bag. The bag.
Fucking bag.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying. And then I will also jump in.
All right.
Ember was gonna say something, but that's okay because Berg's in the bag. Okay. Well,
you see with this like kind of indecisive moment, the automatons just start. They've been told to go to the ships.
Right.
They haven't been told to wait here. They are continuing through, and they just start walking into the water, with one exception, Sentry 3.
Oh.
Ember's gonna turn to Onyx. There's something else going on with you, hunting man.
I mean, sure. Not like the others.
Yeah, I've noticed. I think
Sentry 8 is not defective.
I didn't say that.
I am aware. I just wanted to be clear.
Well, thank you for the clarification.
You are welcome.
I think I'm gonna hold on to the bag, not because I don't trust you, but because I've got to keep a promise to a friend.
I understand.
Come on.
Tin Man is fine, but oops. She'll learn later. Come on, 3.
Sentry 3 follows behind you as you push through the water. What is your Constitution score, Ember?
16.
You.
That's.
It's a minute plus. It's a minute base, and then +1 for every additional mod that you have to your con mod. So 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Long. That's an absurdly long amount
That's
of time.
a long swim.
Yeah. So,
what else do you like about me?
I will say, for realism's sake, you managed to hold your breath the whole way, but it's like movie breath holding, where if you were watching it at home, you'd be like, "No, I've run out of breath already. I ran out of breath like 20 seconds ago," and you come to the surface and gasp for air as holding your breath and swimming that vigorously for so long was painful. But you kind of come out.
I start helping them out of the water, and I've been directing the rest of the automatons as they're walking out, as everyone comes out.
Berg and Shren, the air does begin to get a little stale and a little thin as you float in.
Smoking too. There's smoke in there.
Are you hotboxing this bag of holding?
Oh man, yeah, this place is crazy.
Yeah. Ember, you open the bag and just a plume of smoke just
Just a little. It's just a little, just like Colombian sauna just comes out.
Who are these people that you're finding? What is this?
All right, so all the contents spill out too. So there's a few smuggled meats, some contraband.
Well, there's smoke now.
Adult gnomish books, and it just
I love that
lands on the ground by all of them. Just oh goodness.
But
it worked.
Are any? Oh wait, they're all gnomish adult books, right?
Yeah. Yes. Definitely.
Okay. I'm totally just scanning them a little bit, and then I'm just like,
I'm holding them for a friend. He's a little. He's a
And
fellow.
this?
He's a little thing.
So you say gnomish, but you are a half. Are they all just gnomish?
Yes,
I-
specifically. Not that
Okay.
there's anything wrong with that, or that I was able to.
No, not at
scan-
all. Not at all.
I scanned very closely though.
Is it a little too closely?
Also, Deck One Bell, thank you so much for the raid.
Thank
Welcome on in,
you.
friends. Hello.
Welcome in.
Sorry, I
They're
have
a
to
little
type something.
bit too much of a lingering eye. Is that?
We're like, all right, can I have him back now?
Adam's googling fantasy adult generator.
I've already got it up.
Tim's got a really great list of fantasy erotic books.
Just
For
CC me
the
on any emails.
the Blackwater world part of the
Absolutely.
library y'all haven't been to
Mhm.
yet.
I feel
part
like
of-
there's
it's
got to
part
be
of
one
Drew's
that's like
library.
more like
That's amazing.
Sort of like English countryside maiden type of a thing that's called like Gnome Place Like Home.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I need everyone to make insight checks other than Berg.
Insight checks.
Yeah. Oh, actually, wait. I need to roll first. Yeah, insight checks, Thad.
Can I use my passive?
Oh, I fail.
My insight is that's gonna be a 17.
That's a
11.
3.
Gonna be a 23 for me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Tell
Smoke
me all of your
and
secrets.
Ember.
Of course,
You
the two
see-
sisters know.
You
Absolutely.
see Berg's eyes linger on a book amongst this smutty collection. A book written by, you quickly glance and see the name. Actually, no, make me perception checks as well. You see the glancing at the book, but whether or not this all happens a little too fast
Do
is...
tell.
Okay,
Oh,
Is
it
that
was
for-
almost a 17, but
Written
perception
by Gerb? Weird.
Perception.
12.
14.
Okay. You see, like,
Not big
Shren...
readers.
When
I'm really
someone
smart.
mentions that they're all gnomish, Shren quickly packs them away. He's like, nothing wrong with that. Like, and you don't catch the title of the book or the name of the author.
These are my personal effects. All right, I thank you not to stare.
I'm not staring, Shren.
And what about this? I'm gonna just grab something else just randomly. I actually don't know what it is. I'm just gonna assume
Okay.
it's bad.
You're probably right. It probably is bad.
You see,
That-
you see, like, you pick up a piece of raw meat, and it takes you a second. You look at it, and it's really hard to determine what it is, and then you realize it's like a steak of chicken. It's like it's steak shaped, but chicken sensate like feel.
Ew.
Slimy
You realize
steak.
that you are holding a flank of owl bear. A rare and highly sought after, but often heavily taxed meat.
I can explain that. But I think we're in a bit of a rush. Am I right? Boom, boom, world's blowing up and all that. No time for... I'm just going to take that too.
We'll have plenty of time to talk about it on the ship. Let's go.
Yeah, my ship. That's my ship. We'll talk about it.
If we can get it off the ground.
Look, she flies so well.
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
what-
So she's in my
she-
shop. Not that. Okay, let's
Everyone.
go. Let's go.
We need to go. We do need
Let's
to go.
Everything in your
Yes.
shop comes out better, so.
See?
You push through, and you've solved my tunnel riddle as you make your
Answered
way.
your riddles 4.
My elemental tunnel.
My favorite
you
color
make
is
your
red.
way
No, blue.
with Onyx and Sentry 3 leading the way to not Smoke's warehouse, but one of the adjacent ones. You see some of the sentries. No, I think all 20 would follow you. You know that some of the other automatons above would be heading towards your warehouse, Smoke, but you specifically are going to the civilian one. And you come out, and probably the most important roll of the night, Shren, I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay, baby.
Don't blow up your own ship.
Hot
yellow. Do it.
Hey,
Blow up your
Mira.
own ship.
You can't blow up what's already blown
Also,
up.
before you roll high or low,
Oh, 91! I fucked up.
No, no, no.
I didn't
No,
say
it's
it.
fine.
I said 91.
that's fine. I had set high before you rolled if you
Okay.
wanted low. Some
Okay.
people like low. I like the higher the
camera
roll, the
shot.
better. 91 is excellent.
Woohoo!
As pristine as the Chimera can be. The Chimera is pristine. not to any degree that everyone else coming out would be like, oh my god, it's so damaged from all the chaos. To Shren, perfect.
Not a piece of dirt has been rubbed off.
Exactly as dirty as he left her. I love it.
I am going to roll for the 20 ships in here. 14 have survived.
Ships?
That's good.
Of the 20 ships that are stored
And
in
they're
here.
all kestrels?
All kestrels.
Right.
You see some of the sentries peel off, and you know that their standing order was get ships and leave. And you know that one of the jobs of a lot of the automatons is taking the ship, going up that elevator that you just learnt about today, taking the ships and bringing them down here. It's a simple job. It doesn't take a professional pilot to do this. So you watch as a bunch of the worker automatons partner off with the scout or sentry automatons, and 3 to 4 a ship board kestrels, and you watch as outside other kestrels start lifting off, and Sentry 3 kind of stands there, and I wish to continue on your ship, if that is okay. You see this whole sentence seems to be like a struggle for Sentry 3 as they make a want known, not ask for directions.
Adam.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What was the flower that Sentry 3 picked
It's
in
a
the
daisy.
field? You're with us now. Come on, Daisy.
Daisy follows. You lift off, rising into the air. Shren at the helm. It's a bit of a hodgepodge as Shren seems to have rigged up a flight deck that allows him to fly this ship alone, which is a difficult feat for most.
Smoke's like, do you need help?
I'd probably. It's harder to explain than it is to execute, darling. Just enjoy your stay. Maybe man the gun if anybody starts trying to kill us.
Shren, it's me. Come on.
You're right. You're a better pilot. All right, everybody's thinking it, and I'm just saying it. Sit in the chair. You handle the sticks. I'll make everything else work.
Yeah. Okay. Smoke has piloted many a kestrel.
It's very small.
All
Amazing.
illegal. Absolutely should not have been piloting kestrels. Is good at flying them. So yeah, I hop in the chair and I drive while Shren does all the doohickeys.
You lift off amongst a flock of other ships. Some you see with humanoids aboard, people who had gotten to a ship not knowing how to fly, just huddling and hoping, are saved by your actions of sending these Warforged out to get ships. These Warforged who can fly the ships. You've saved many lives today. As you lift off, the sky roiling with elemental chaos, you see to the west the Eltheria lift up from Diametros. Obviously, there were contingencies put into place. The Iron Will were expected to succeed, but it's always better to plan for failure. And far in the distance, even from as far away as you are now, you see it lifting higher and higher, a city unto itself, the Endolu, the first and only throne-class airship, rises from the ruin of a burning world. And you know your destination. For where better to congregate as a nation of ships than the greatest ship of all, the Endolu. And as you fly, the ground beneath you is exploding. This isn't a surface problem. You watch below as deep fissures are carved into the stone and bedrock, You watch as a mountain split and the sky is torn asunder. Rain of fire, all very professionally navigated through by Smoke and Shren. You do see ships get hit. Many, numberless people have perished on this day. But the world hasn't ended. Because the world can't end as long as its peoples thrive. And as you sail towards your future in the sky, that is where we're going to end it tonight.
Ooh.
Smuggling
And then we
cliffs.
played more
Smuggling
games.
cliffs.
And then we played more
And then we
D&D.
went for another 4 hours.
Then we went for another 4 hours.
And that's the first half.
Oh boy, that was...
You did so good.
Join
So
us
good.
next week for episode 3 titled The Ship.
Will
And
Shren get a back rub?
And Adam, who's going to be joining us next week?
We're going to get another very special cast member. Tim is going to be joining us for next week's session and potentially for the last 3 sessions, which it's very exciting. Episode 3, 4, and 5. Very exciting stuff. Thank you all so much. Thank you, players, for being so great. I love you so much.
We're gonna go
Um,
raid someone. Let's go take a look
let's
who's
do
I-
that.
let's see who's
To
playing
battle.
some dungeons.
What was
dungeons.
what was the name of the ship again? The throne class ship?
The
Endolu.
The Endolu.
Endolu. I was so close.
If you go into the it's called the Edge of All Things world info document
on Discord?
it's in either Discord or the Slack. I'm not sure. I can share it again, but all of the info about the world as I've been building it is in there.
That's amazing.
So feel free to peruse that at your
Adam,
leisure.
you should post a little bit of this stuff on in our Discord. That might
I
be
can
fun.
also do that. Yeah,
Okay,
that was
I've
nice.
given you editor privileges. I'll not do that for the Discord.
That sounds like a good plan.
Someone just be like, dicks, it's all dicks. Your world is dicks.
It was me. You never should have let me in here.
I am
my
looking.
plan all
There's
along.
not a lot
inside
of
the bag of
people.
holding, Adam. Jeez.
That's it.
Our
me out.
wonderful friends at ADHA Adventures, they were playing last week, and we rated them. But boy, howdy, they're playing again. Their same
Let's rate
campaign,
them.
the Gods of
back.
Orlea. They've been so kind to us and come over many times. We might as well drop in and go say hello.
Same.
So our raid
God, it's
message is
exhausting.
Blackwater wants you to be safe. I am in the process of turning the Blackwater emote into a global emote, but you can just use the regular hearts. If you're not a member of our Discord, boy howdy, you get on in there. And if you
Get in
want
there.
to come hang out with us and get on up to date on all of our content, you can follow us across all the socials at Blackwater D&D across all of the things. And if you like what you see tonight, drop us a follow. That's so mighty kind of you. Thank you so much. Adam, Cody, and I are over here at Blackwater all the time, but we are so grateful to be joined by these 3 wonderful guests. Our 3 wonderful guests. I'll let you tell everyone who you are and plug everything that you do.
Plug.
Roz, tell the world who you are and what you do.
Oh my goodness. I'm Roz. I am the DM for Ready to Roll, which is a YouTube series on Questline on YouTube. If you like D&D, made by a bunch of film nerds, so high production value because we love cameras and lighting and making things
Amazing.
with cameras and lighting. You can check us out there. We also do reenactments in full costume, prosthetic makeup. We got a couple of those out. We're just gonna keep making cool stuff and building sets to film it on, and maybe inviting people to come and be on those sets and play on them and do fun stuff. And then I'm also Ruzilla on Twitch, where I like to play Minecraft and chill games to recover from this kind of stuff.
Yes, so good. Roz, thank you so much for joining us. And Roz is truly underselling herself. Ready to Roll is such a fantastic D&D campaign. It is one of the highest production value D&D games I have ever seen. Please go check it out. They were so gracious. The folks over at A Filthy Lot were so gracious to help us at Blackwater bring our last 2 episodes of our campaign to life in studio. One of the greatest experiences that we've had, and it's
a super cool moment.
more to come. We love the folks at AFL, and more to come. So also joining us tonight, the wonderful gentleman who barely needs an introduction, Bam. Who are you and what do you do?
What's up, dudes? I am Bam. I'm the DM for We D&D over on the ArtHardStudios channel. We are a cannabis positive actual play featuring a cast of professional entertainers from the Las Vegas Strip. I play an evil fire wizard for a living over at the Tournament of Kings, and I'm so very happy to be here with all of you guys. So thanks so much for having me. It's always so much fun.
The wonderful folks at ArtHardStudios have been our dear friends, streaming friends, since almost the very beginning of when we started streaming.
Early days,
like OG,
yeah.
like really, like
back.
since.
I remember it was early on, and Tim was like, "Guys, I found a really cool D&D Twitch stream." He was like, "You have to go check it out. They're sick."
I remember Tim just like going off about how much he loved Bam's style as a DM, now Tim and Bam have just like big man crushes on each other, and I love it so much.
Massive man crushes.
Great. So, when Tim comes to play next week, who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
Rosie.
Last but certainly not least, we are so grateful to have her joining us. Like I've been chomping at the bit to play a game with you, and I'm so happy you're here. Faye, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Well, I feel like very underwhelming after like Roz and Bam, but because I'm not running any games or in any games on my Twitch channel. All I do over there is write some weird lore all day with some nerds in my chat. So,
but you do.
I will
it
say,
so
Faye.
well.
I will say, Faye. My ADHD makes it really hard for me to watch like other Twitches, and I do hang out in your channel when I can, and you do keep my like attention. You're a very excellent world builder, and you do it very interestingly.
Because I also have ADHD.
Together we stand.
Yeah.
But anyway,
watching you world build, I'm like, hey, that's how I do it. Where I'm like, I'm gonna do what's this over here.
But yeah. So anyway, I have a Twitch channel over on twitch.tv/Mendarii, which is spelled Mendarii, where I do a lot of world building and homebrew stuff. Today we designed some mechanics for fighting in like lightly obscured terrain, and then we just answered some random world questions about alcohol and drugs ultimately, and then some ruins and stuff. So it was a lot of fun, and that's kind of what we do every day. So you should come check it out. I'm also at Mendarii on all other platforms, and I do other things, so you should go check it out. And
I like the homebrew world rules for drinking, because I feel like a little bit of alcohol increased charisma, more alcohol bad.
Bad for charisma, bad for dexterity also.
Bad for dexterity.
Also a little bit of strength, and then bad.
Bad.
It's like the tipsy amount is like if you succeed on your con saves but you continue drinking, that's like that's the peak that you're at.
Absolutely.
And while we are plugging, I want to plug Cody VM. Cody, are you streaming this week at all?
Yes, I will be. I think Wednesday I'm coming back.
Go check out Cody.
Thank you.
An
Cody's
excellent
just
streamer.
such a delightful
Does cool
streamer.
stuff.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Real comfy, real good vibes.
Real comfy, good vibes. For us this week, we are back on Wednesday. I am in the DM seat with my wonderful party of Adam and Pond and Cody and Len, and we are playing Exalted, which is a tier 4 campaign based on the Uncaged Goddesses anthology. We are working our way through Winter's Morning, which is one of the first adventures, and we're having such a lovely time with it. I have missed this one very much, and I am very excited to come back.
Exalted, all the dice.
Before we end, I want to talk about a couple of mechanical stuff here, because I think, Em, are you joining me on Saturday for world building?
I might not be able to be on camera, but I might be there for you. That if you're helming the streaming,
great. I can do it. You can do it. But if I run it, here's the thing: we're gonna do a 1-year time jump. So over the next week, I want everyone to think about what they do for the next year as you settle upon the Endolu, and you all level up.
Finally, the build comes together. Finally,
level 7.
Whoa!
Oh wow!
I was going to level you up each session, but the way that the like 2 first sessions kind of worked is it kind of was one single entity.
Yes.
And today was a big day, so you have gained much experience in the ways of the world in your own class. So you all level up to level 7, and on Saturday, definitely come Wednesday, Exalted campaign. On Saturday, world building as we build the Endolu, as it has grown into a community adrift in the air And then
So
next
cool.
Monday, join us for episode 3 as we explore that world we build.
Love to
God.
see it. Love it.
Same.
Amazing. Thank you all so much for coming and sticking around. We have been #1 of D&D most of the night. This is amazing.
Yeah,
Gosh,
we
I love a
have.
Monday slot. We are sitting at like 98 people. We're going to go drop into
Everyone,
80H
y'all are
adventures.
lovely.
Please say Blackwater wants you to be safe. I feel like I don't know how we're going to sign off this campaign yet. I don't know, because we can...
We're
When the
all
world-
cute and we love you. Goodbye.
The world is
So
ending.
cute.
We're all cute and we love you. Goodbye.
World's ending and so is stream.
Oh.
When the
Adam,
world is
yeah.
ending, look to the sky for the silver linings and be safe.
No, he's all mushy.
Okay. Stick around for the raid, everyone. Good night.
So
Bye.
good.
Bye.